Yo, 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 yo. Salute. Oh my gosh. Salute, salute, salute. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for this is the second year I'm doing the WNBA draft watch along. Salute to everybody in chat. Tudo, what's going on? Salute, salute, salute. Hope everybody's been doing well. I think the last time I streamed was the Unrivaled Finals, where Rose won the championship, but it's good to be back. Had a break. I've been working a lot on the highlights channel. If you guys have been in touch with it, I've been doing a lot of player highlights, covering some WNBA players here and overseas. Daniel, what's going on? Salute, salute. Good to see you, my friend. Hope all is well. So if you're not tapped in with the channel yet, I'm gonna post a link in the chat right now. Make sure you get tapped in. It's the player highlights channel. Um, I actually saw like a Sports Illustrated mock draft. I actually used two of my videos for Dominique Malonga and Yuste Yosite. So that was dope to see. But I'm gonna post this in the chat right now. Player highlights channel. Um, What's up, Lana or Lena? Hopefully, I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not showing it live. I will be piping in the audio from the draft when they announce the picks. I can't show it live. I tried to do that one of these years, and they got my they got my account out of here. So I will be piping in the audio when they announce the picks, and then I'll cut the audio off in between the picks. So I hope you stay. I'll try to make it as interactive as possible. We got a lot to touch on. As you can see, the countdown at the top. We got about an hour from now until the actual draft. I did want to touch on some things in the lead up to it. Um, Daniel said Sparks are projected to take Georgia Amore. That's interesting. That is interesting. Um, we're gonna go through all of the teams in the first round at least, and if we have time, we'll touch on some of the teams that are probably second round or later. Um, all right, so cool. I do want to let's run through these things because as I'm talking, time is ticking, and before you know it, the draft will be here. So let's start off with I wanted to show you guys some of what's going on at the draft right now. This is one of the pictures they released. Of what this is what the draft room looks like. There's 15 tables. They invited 16 people, but there's 15 tables. Um, Tahina Pow Pow decided to stay with her family out in Hawaii. I think she's from Hawaii, or the Pacific Islands. So she's with her family. So she's not at the draft. But these are some of the pics. This is where they're all taking their pictures right now. And this is what it looks like from a bird's eye view. Jeez, coughing already. So that's what it looks like from a bird's eye view. Just wanted to let you guys know that. See, that person asked why weren't 16 people invited? Because Tahina Pow Pow is not going to be in attendance. All right, some other news that took place. Some trades took place. Yesterday, Chicago received the 2025 first round draft pick, number 11 overall from Minnesota. Minnesota received next year's first round draft pick. They originally held rights to swap own pick for Chicago, so now they have the pick totally unprotected. So Chicago adds another pick in the first round, and Minnesota trades out of this year's first round into next year's first round. So that happened yesterday. That impacts today's draft. And earlier today, this trade happened. The Mystics received a 2026 first round pick from Minnesota, and the Minnesota Lynx receive Carly Samuelson. It was funny. She just tweeted that she was on her way back from, I think she was coming back from Spain. She played in the EuroLeague. I think it was the second play. The championship game yesterday, or on yeah, she played in the EuroLeague championship game on Sunday. which was yesterday, and she was on her way back to the States. And I guess during that 10-hour flight, she was traded. So she didn't find out until she actually landed back here, which is crazy. But, excuse me, that's the business of basketball, and that happens. So Minnesota, I think it's that same 2026 pick that they had. They trade to the Washington Mystics, and the Minnesota Lynx get a proven shooter and Carly Samuelson. All right. I think. Oh, and this is the list of all the players that were invited to the draft room. You remember they invited 16 people. There's only 15 tables. So you got Georgia Amore, Sarah Ashley Barker, Paige Becker, Sonia Citron, Sanaya Fagan, Kiki Iriafen, Isaiah James, Don Malonga, Anissa Morrow, Tahina Pow Pow, Sanaya Rivers, Madison Scott, Cheyenne Sellers, Aisha Sivka, Serena Sundell, and Haley Van Liff. So those are all the players that were invited to the draft room today. Daniel says, Jay, are you going to do roster prediction for training camp like last year? Yeah. We'll definitely do those once the draft is solidified and everybody's on their teams. We'll definitely do it probably the day of training camp. Whenever training camp is, we'll probably do it that day. So be on the lookout for that. It's funny, y'all. I wasn't coughing all day. And as soon as I get on the stream, I start coughing. But it is what it is. All right, cool. So now that we've got that stuff out the way, we're gonna go through some of the players who are here to be drafted, and we're gonna take a look at the current rosters of the teams in order from 1 to 12, and we'll see what their needs are or who we think they will pick. Donnie Bravo says Angel Restricted is insane. What are you talking about? Let me get this set up for us. So let's do that. Do this. And we want that. And cool. So let me just getting this set up for us right quick, and then we can take a look at all of this. All right, cool. I think I have it all set up now. Boom. All right, so we're going to start off with the number 1 pick, which is the Dallas Wings. And then we'll go on from there. All right, cool. So let's put this up. All right, so we're going to look at the teams in the order of the draft. We're going to look at their picks and see what the moves could be. Let me see if I can make this a little clearer. I was trying to steal somebody's work on Reddit. Not steal, but repurpose somebody's work on Reddit, but we'll do the best we can. Can I share my sports group info? I'm sure you could put on. Yeah, sure. Showtime for Twitch. Salute to you. All right, cool. So we're going to do the best we can with what we got going on here. All right, so the Dallas Wings are the number 1 have the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft, which takes place in about 50 minutes. Their roster, they have, actually, let's do it this way. I don't want to look at that. That chart is terrible. This should be a much clearer view for everybody. Let me zoom out. There we go. All right. Cutting off my work. Anyway, whatever. Dallas Wings. Anyways, whatever. Let's work with it like this. So over here, we got the Dallas Wings roster. We have Arike Gumbawale, Maisha Hines Allen, Tierra McCowan, Dejanay Carrington, Ty Harris, Nalissa Smith, Maddie Segrist, Kayla Charles. We have Micaiah Herbert Harrigan, Joyner Holmes, Mackenzie Forbes, Louisa Gesselsolder, and Mai Yamamoto. Without the link showtime. So if we're looking at the guards that they have, I'm glad this thing could actually sort it like that. So let me make this a little bigger. Yeah, let's get that chart out of here. That chart. So if you look at the guards that they have Agumbawale, Carrington, Ty Harris, Kayla Charles, and Yamamoto. Looking at it from a point guard perspective, they just have like Ty Harris and Yamamoto. We don't know Yamamoto if she's gonna make the team. As you can see, she's on a training camp contract. So I mean, we all know Paige Beckers is going to go to the Dallas Wings. That should not be a surprise. So she'll probably fill right into that guard spot. The question is, do they start Paige immediately, or do they start Ty Harris to go along with Arike Gumbawale? So that's a question that they're going to have to figure out. Excuse me, they're gonna have to figure out. Because you still have Dejanay Carrington. You would want Dejanay Carrington to start as a defensive presence. Maddie Segrist, of course, you want Maddie Segrist to start, and then they're gonna start Tierra McCowan. So if you're looking at that, that's 3 spots that are, and Enrique is another spot that's solidified already. So the only other spot is the point guard spot. I know they'll draft Paige, but I don't know if Paige. I mean, I don't know. What would you do? Would you start Paige over Ty Harris, or would you give Paige some time to get acclimated to the lead? RC, my guy, salute, bro. Hope all is well. Hope all is well, bro. It's good to see you in the chat. So I'm not sure what Dallas will do in that situation, but we'll talk about that as we get to training camp and things of that nature. So we know Paige is going 1, so let's get to where it gets interesting. Everything afterwards, this is where it gets really interesting. So next is Seattle on the list. Seattle has the number 2 pick. So this is Seattle's roster here. Gabby Williams, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Nneka Ogwumike, Ezzy Magbegor, Alicia Clark, Lexi Brown, Katie Lou Samuelson, Jordan Horston, Nika Mule, Erica Wheeler, Zaya Cook, Brianna Fraser, Mackenzie Holmes, and Lee Yuru. So we know Jordan Horston is out for the season with a ACL. We know Nika Mule tore her ACL, so she's out as well. So if we're looking at it, if we sort this by, let me come over here and sort this by position. If it'll let me. Oh, there's an ad there. Position, there we go. You have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Lexi Brown, Katie Lou Samuelson, and Erica Wheeler, Zaya Cook as the people who fill the guard spot. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guards. You know, Lexi Brown always throughout the seasons, she ends up having to take some time away due to her illness. So you can't really dependably count on her. So you're looking at Skylar Diggins-Smith, Katie Lou Samuelson, Erica Wheeler, and Zaya Cook. You're looking at 3 30-year-old, 30-plus-year-old guards in Erica Wheeler, Lexi, and Skylar. And then you have young guards in Zaya Cook. So, but if you look at your forwards, you have Gabby Williams, Nneka Ogwumike, Alicia Clark, Brianna Fraser, Mackenzie Holmes, Ezzy Magbegor, and Lee Yuru. So, and as this website Spotrac shows you the people who are under contract for the future and things of that nature. So you can see 2026, Skylar Diggins-Smith, unrestricted free agent. You got Katie Lou as an unrestricted, Erica Wheeler, Gabby, Nneka, Alicia, and Ezzy are all unrestricted free agents. Oh, we have a shocker here, definitely. What's up, Colin? I have a gut feeling Dallas will pull a shocker and draft Dom Malonga. Excuse me. Ooh, that is a shocker. I mean, wow. Wow. Anybody? What's everybody's thoughts on that? Do Dallas pull a shocker and go Dom Malonga? I don't know, man. All signs point to Page. Even the social media post they posted earlier today, it looked like it was pointing towards Page. So I would be absolutely shocked if they go Dom Malonga. Not that Dom doesn't deserve it. Dom is incredible. I've posted a lot of videos about Malonga and her skill set, and it will be an asset to any team. But I think I just all signs point to Page at this time. All signs point to Page, but we'll see. We'll see in about 45 minutes what the verdict is. A lot of mock drafts though for Seattle do have Dom Malonga as the person being drafted to Seattle, because as you can see, NECA's unrestricted, Ezzy's unrestricted, so she could be that future big for them. If they re-sign Ezzy, you have Ezzy and Dom in the front court. That's a strong front court right there with Ezzy and Dom. I would like to see that. I would like to see that Ezzy and Dom power forward center combo. That would be hard in the paint for anybody, and they both can. Well, Dom can score from anywhere on the floor. It would be interesting to see. So I think they'll go Dom Malonga. All signs are pointing there. Seattle. That's the thing. I'm looking at it from a future standpoint. I'm not looking at it from a now standpoint, because I don't think any of these players will propel any borderline playoff teams into contention. Excuse me. So I'm not sure what the verdict will be there. So I'm just looking at it for future standpoint for picking best player available or best player suitable for these teams. So I think Dom Alonga will probably go number 2. Maddie says hopefully some dunking from Dom. Yeah, that would be. I've seen those clips of her just dunking. I need to see her dunk in game. Well, that's the next step. But she's still young. Dom's 20 years old. Dom's young. So I'm looking forward to see her in the W. And she said she's ready, and she's been saying she really wants to. She really wanted to come to the WNBA. So that's always a good sign. All right. So we go to number 3 on the list. It's the Mystics. They have 3 and 4 in the draft. They also have 6. We'll get to 6. But look at the roster for the Mystics. RG said, Jay, you on this super early? Yeah, I wanted to get all this out the way. I haven't been on stream in a while, so I just wanted to get all of this out the way, so we could have some discussion here before the draft started. So we're looking at the Mystics roster. We got Brittany Sykes, Steph Dolson, Shakira Austin, Aaliyah Edwards, Sika Kone, Jade Melbourne, Shook Sutton, Emily Enksler, and Taylor Soul. So if you look at this roster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 players on the roster. They everybody who's they draft tonight probably gonna make the team. To be completely honest with you, everybody they drafted today is making the team. So the Mystics will probably just go for best player available, in my opinion. So they'll probably, in my opinion, they'll probably go some combination of Sonia Citron and probably Kiki. That's my prediction there. My prediction is some combination of Sonia Citron and Kiki, or yeah, that's what I can see. Sonia Citron and Kiki. Daniel says, Jay, who do you think the Liberty pick? We don't got no picks till the last pick in the draft. We got the literal last pick in the draft. We traded our pick away. Maddie says the Mystics and Sun low key driving me crazy. Yeah, if I was a Mystics or a Sun fan, I would have crashed out a while ago. It's not looking too promising at the moment. In this present moment, the future could be promising, but at the moment, you just gotta hope your team drafts the right rookie and they show some promise going into 2026. As you can see, they only have 2 unrestricted free agents for 2026. The Mystics do. Um, they have Shakira Austin as a restricted free agent, and they have Shake Sutton as well as a restricted free agent. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Mystics, but I'm thinking Sonia Citron and probably Kiki, and then that's 3 and 4 for me. Um, as the time goes on, it'll probably change as we get closer to the draft time. But at the moment, that's my uh sort of my prediction. Any thoughts? Anybody think any other person you think that they may draft at 3 and 4? I think Sonya definitely going one of those. Because next we have the team that has just joined the league, the Golden State Valkyries. All right, so we're looking at the Golden State Valkyries roster. Whoops. All right. We got Tiffany Hayes, Steph Talbot, Kayla Thornton, Monique Billings, Xander Lassini, Temi Fagbenle, Letitia M here. Nelson was good. Kate Martin, Veronica Burton, Carla Late, Chloe Bibby, Elisa Canane, Kyra Linskins, Janelle Salon, and Julie Van Loo. Good to see you, Nelson. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. The fifth pick, they'll probably just go best player available as well. But do they go best player available who's international, or do they go best player available in general? That's what makes things really interesting, y'all. Really, really interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Because looking at this roster here, if we say at the moment, Carla Late starting. If you haven't watched Carla Late, definitely check the highlights channel I made. She won. She powered her team to a Euro Cup championship. That's the second tier cup in Europe. She was an absolute beast. I'm gonna pin the highlights channel in the pinned comment. Make sure you check it out. Look up Carla Late. She's a beast. She's definitely starting. When she comes over. So if you say Carla Late, do you start Tiffany Hayes? See, I don't know where you go. Like your center, like who do you go with? Do you go with Amahir, Fagbenle? I don't know. That they have some things to figure out in Golden State, but so they'll probably just go best player available at the time. I wouldn't be surprised if they go Anissa Morrow. I know people say she's undersized and she doesn't really have a 3-point shot, but she's somebody who gets after it on the boards. She can be a bully down there, and she has a little offensive game as well. So I wouldn't be shocked if Golden State goes Anissa Morrow. What are y'all thoughts? Because I can see Anissa Morrow fitting right in there with a player like Kayla Thornton. Kayla Thornton, a defensive beast, somebody who is high energy, who's gonna always attack the glass. You got Fagbenle, you got Mo Billings, who's of that same cloth of attacking the glass and just being active out there. Um, Tor on Twitch, salute, salute. Says Anissa Mara reminds me of Draymond, undersized forward that plays much bigger. Yeah, that's a good shout there in that aspect of her game. Joshua, what's good? Salute, salute. What's going on? Hope all is well. Yeah, that's a good shout there for Anissa Morrow. Um, but I think Golden State, if she's there, Golden State takes her unless somebody happens to drop out of that top four. So that's my thoughts on Anissa. Jeez. All right. So we've gotten through the first 5 in the first round. We're only doing the first round for those who are just joining. After we'll probably look at probably some of the teams that who just on the outside of the first round, like probably the 13th, 14th, 15th pick there. But we're not gonna go too deep because after a while, those picks, not that they don't matter, but they sort of they're not as important or as known as the top 15ish. Nelson says, Jay, you like the Natasha Cloud signing? Of course, man. Of course. You see me. I got the Liberty hat on. When I show the big screen, I'll have the Liberty shirt on. I'm excited to see how it all meshes, though. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, as they say. So we gotta wait and see how it all meshes on the court. But on paper and from what I think, it'll work out. All right, let's move back to this. Let's go back to 6. It's the Washington. If my Okay, there we go. Washington Mystics. Washington Mystics are the 6th pick in the draft. They have 3 and 4, and they got 6. Yeah, Maddie, we definitely got Marine back. I've been watching her in EuroLeague as well. Her team came in 2nd place on Sunday in EuroLeague. She's been playing really well over there. So 6 at this point. What does Washington do? It's getting to that point. It's like, what do they do at this point? They already taken 2 picks. Do they go for development? Like I know a lot of mocks were talking about Yuste Yosite. She's the young Lithuanian American she was born here in America, but at a young age moved back. Her parents are Lithuanian, so she moved back over there. She represents the Lithuanian team. They also talk about Aisha Sivka. I think she's Slovenian. She's a tall shooter. She's not. People are trying to compare her to Leonie Fibic, but I don't think the defensive chops are on Leonie's level. But she is a good shooter. So I don't know what Washington does. They have a new ownership over there. Elena Deladon retired. They got a lot going on in Washington. So who knows exactly what they got going on, to be completely honest with you. But any predictions on who Washington takes at the number 6? I'm about to cuz I'm struggling. I don't know what they'll go for is what I is my thinking. RC says, Jay, who you think gonna have a Kate Martin moment tonight? People talk about Caitlin Chen might have that that Kate Martin moment, but I don't see it. Daniel says, Jay, my sister's a big Liberty fan and she has them going back to back. My thoughts? I hope so, bro. I hope so. That's all I can say, bro. I really hope we do, to be completely honest with you. I mean, after this, it's only gonna get harder with more teams joining the league. So this is our best shot to get another one here. Because after in 2026, when the CBA gets redone, the contracts get redone, everybody's a free agent. It's gonna be the wild, wild west out here. So I don't know, my friend. I hope so. Conlon says Washington takes Georgia Amore at 6. Interesting. Georgia Amore at 6. Okay. And Tor on the Twitch says I like Cheyenne Sellers from Maryland. Thank you for bringing Cheyenne up. All right. My thing with Cheyenne, I'm all right. For those who are new, I'm not a big college basketball fan, whether it's whether it's women's or men's. I just don't watch college basketball until it gets to crunch time, which is like tournament like conference tournament and the March Madness tournament. So I don't watch these players November, December all the way through. Okay. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. From what I've seen recently, in let's say the last 2 or 3 months from Cheyenne Sellers, I just don't see it, man. I mean, I I went back and I looked at some of her previous stuff and I understand the interest, but every time I see her, she has that knee brace on and it looks like it's paining her to run around, to be completely honest with you. And I think teams are looking at that because it's sort of a what have you done for me lately? And the way she has that knee brace on and the way she's moving around, I don't know. I don't know. But teams may have done probably the medical on her and it may just be precautionary or whatever the case may be, but I don't know if she's worth a first round pick for a team that's developing. Like if during the tournament the knee brace came off and she was moving, I'd be like, oh, okay, she's gotten over it. But the way that knee brace looked like some serious knee brace on that knee. I just said knee a bunch of times, but you understand what I'm trying to say. The optics of it are a little questionable to me. But they probably done the research. A team has probably done the medical on her to see if it's actually something that she'll get over or it's something that's going to be reoccurring. Because that's the last thing you want to do is not waste, but use a pick on her, and then the knee is the knee, you know. So that's my thoughts. I didn't mean to go on a little rant on Cheyenne Sellers. She looks like a great hooper when she's healthy, but the best ability is availability, is what they say, you know. So that's what it is. RC says, Jay, also, man, I'm really hoping the Aces take Serena Sundell. I'm gonna get to Serena. I like Serena. Speaking of Georgia Amore, anyone else know? Yeah, I just saw that it popped up on the WNBA app, and I clicked on it before I got on stream. And Russell Westbrook and his Honor the Gift brand, he was the designer for Georgia Amore's draft day fit. So and she said it was really a collaboration between them two. It wasn't like Russ just threw something together and said put that on. It was really a collaboration, and he insisted it be a collaboration. So that's dope to see. Hey mom, what's up? Um, RC said I just want to take a moment out. Thank you for being a very articulate, honest, and knowledgeable woman's hoop creator. Not it. Word. What RC said, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the likes. We're about 30 minutes out from the actual draft. Salute to all 39 of y'all who are tuned in already. If you're just joining, we're going through the teams in the order that they're going to be drafted tonight, and we're just trying to predict or see where a fit could happen, if they're going to just go for best player available, or they're just going to or they're going for a fit that they need at this point in time. Showtime on the Twitter says my friend is a Caden Clark fan. I mean, I think it would be disingenuous for us all to say we're not fans of Caitlin Clark's game, what she brings to the game. She's an excellent passer. She's a scorer as well. It's just some of the outside things that are sort of out of her control that contribute to what people deem as hate or dislike for her. But her game and her as a person, I mean, I don't know her as a person, but what she portrays herself to be and what she does on the court, is undeniable. She is incredible. She is really incredible, and there's nothing else we could really say in that regard. All right, y'all, we got 30 minutes. I want to get through the rest of this, and then I want to type out my predictions. I'm going to show y'all on the screen my predictions, and I want to ask y'all's predictions for the draft as we go along. So let's hurry up and get through this part. All right, so we up to 7 and 8. Excuse me. Connecticut Sun. So the Connecticut Sun, they acquired the 7th pick from the Liberty. The Liberty traded that pick in the Natasha Cloud trade about a couple weeks ago. So the Connecticut Sun, as we all know, as you saw Maddie talking about Connecticut, down bad. Down bad. All right, so as you can see, they got Mabry, Tina Charles, Diamond DeShields, Lindsay Allen, Yvonne Anderson, Owen Owen, Olivia Nelson-Adota, J.C. Sheldon. They got a bunch of people on this roster. Layla Lacan, Caitlin Bickle, Borkowska, Diaby, Hollingsheds, Abby Sue, Amy Okonkwo, Robin Parks. So, they're probably going for best available at this point. What I think they really need is a point guard. I would go Georgia Amore here if she's available. Georgia Amore, international coach. They just got a new coach. He was the ex-Belgian coach, Rashid Mezian. Georgia Amore's from Australia. I think he'll go Georgia Amore at this spot for number 7. For number 8 now, because they have back to back. Where do they go? Do they go another guard, or do they go Or do they trade out of that pick? I don't know. I think they might go double guard because they'll probably lose Marina in 2026. Tina, who knows what Tina will do in 2026? Can't rely on Diamond DeShield. She's really like a forward, not really a guard. Lindsey Allen, unrestricted free agent. I mean, you'll have Layla Lacan. Her first year will be this year if she actually comes over. And you have JC Sheldon. That doesn't move the needle for me. I like JC, but she don't move the needle. And I've yet to see what Layla Lacan can do in the W. I've seen what she could do overseas. So, I don't know. After they go Georgia Amore, do they go another international guard? Do they go Haley Van Lith? Do they go Sundell? Excuse me. I don't know. Don't know. It's confusing. Anybody have any thoughts? Because I don't know what Connecticut. I know you're supposed to be rebuilding, but at this point in the draft, there's a bunch of guards. So do they just load up on guards and hopefully one or two pan out? May have to. May have to. I don't know, man. This is making my predictions harder as we get closer to the time. I really don't know. Looking at these rosters and I'm trying to think as a GM of these teams. What is our goal here? What are we trying to accomplish in these drafts, especially with all these new GM groups and not ownership, but new front office types. What their plans are, but they might just go double guard. This is where they might go Juste Josite, the guard from Lithuania I was talking about. They may just go international, let her stay overseas, develop a little bit more, and then bring her over like they did with Layla Lacan. So we'll see. But they'll probably go double guard. My thoughts will probably change in the next 25 minutes. All right, so let's go to number 9. Number 9. Number 9 is LA Sparks. Daniel, this is your squad, the LA Sparks. So the Sparks have the 9th pick. They have only one pick in the first round of the draft, excuse me. Currently, they have Hamby, Kelsey Plum, who they just acquired this offseason, Azare Stevens, Mercedes Russell, Odyssey Sims, Ray Burrell, Julie Alamon, Cam Brink, Rakia Jackson, Emma Cannon, Shanice Swain, Klundikova, and Anelli Malay. I hope I'm not butchering her name. I really don't know her last name or how to pronounce her last name. All right, cool. So, who do the Sparks go with? They have a good amount of guards, I should say, who are going to get play time. So, Odyssey and Kelsey definitely getting play time. Julie is going to get play time. They like Shanice Swain out of Australia. I've watched some footage on her. She's really good. So, they really like her. So, she's probably going to make the team and get play time as well. So, that's 4 guards already. Then you go down, go down to the forwards. You have Hamby, Azare Stevens, Ray Burrell, Cam Brink, Rakia Jackson, Emma Cannon. And they only have 2 centers. But at this point in the draft, there's only really guards and forwards left. So who do the Sparks go for? Do they just go for a guard? Because I know they said they want to keep Kelsey Plum for the future. So that's already a guard spot taken, a starting spot taken. Well, I don't know what Julie Alamon does next year. If Shanice Swain is a project for the future as well, that's another guard. I don't know there. Odyssey Sims, she's 32 years of age, but she's still hooping at a high level. I don't know. Some of the players available are Sanaya Rivers, Haley Van Lith, Sarah Ashley Barker, Sundell. So I'm not sure. They might just go best player available. When in doubt, just go best player available. They may go for Sarah Ashley Barker. She could play forward as well. Her stock really shot up during the NCAA tournament. She had that 45, 48 point game against Maryland. So that's something to keep keep an eye on. Sarah Ashley Barker going in that spot in the draft in that 10 to 15 range, I think is ideal for her. Any thoughts on that? Sarah Ashley Barker, joining the LA Sparks. She could probably get in. Nah, I can't even say that. She won't be able to get in no starting spot. She's definitely coming off the bench, because my predicted starting lineup for the Sparks is a combination of Plum and Sims. Well, no matter who's at the guard spot, or the 1 or the 2. Then you got Rakia, you got De'Erica, and then you got Cam. If Cam comes back immediately, as the season starts. So that's your 5 there. So off the bench, she's gonna have to be fighting for minutes with Ray Burrell, and Shanice Swain. So I think she could get some solid minutes if she shows something in training camp. If Sarah Ashley Barker makes that squad, I think she'll definitely get some good minutes there, as in that 6 to 8 player rotation minutes. Any thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I want to get through. We're at the 20-minute mark. 20 minutes until the draft. Salute to everybody here hanging in the chat. Just going through sort of what I think is going to, or trying to think of what teams are thinking as they're entering this draft and where they're going to pick. We got about 20-ish minutes until the draft actually starts. Let's go 10 and 11. We just did the Sparks. So now Chicago is at 10 and 11 picks. Chicago just acquired the pick yesterday to get back-to-back picks. They acquired the 11th pick from Minnesota in this draft, and they traded away a future pick for next year. So this is their current roster. The Jay on Twitch, he said, when does it start? It starts at 7:30, so we got about 20 minutes until it actually starts. I have the timer at the top of the screen for everybody who's tuning in. That's the time until the actual draft starts. Right now, they're doing a bunch of showing people taking pictures and doing interviews in the spot. No. I'm doing some preliminary stuff. It didn't start yet. You got some time. So the Sparks. This is the Sparks roster right here. I mean, sorry, the Sky roster. I think somebody just subbed. Salute. Appreciate you for that. I don't know why my bug ain't coming up. Give me 1 second. I don't want to ignore anybody's contributions. Interesting. Oh, I know what happened. I got it. Okay. So yeah, this is the Sparks roster. So you got, I keep saying Sparks, the Sky roster. So it's Ariel Atkins, Courtney Vandersloot, Rebecca Allen, Mariah Jefferson, Kia Nurse, Onion Ware, Elizabeth Williams, Rachel Banham, Cardoso, Reese, Bursch, Garantis, and Alex Wilson. So if we look at this, they have a bunch of guards. Atkins, who they just acquired this offseason. Vandersloot, who they reacquired. She signed back with them. You got Rebecca Allen, who's really a guard forward, but she's old and she's sort of injury prone. Used to play for the Liberty as well. Mariah Jefferson, who was dealing with a lot of injuries last year. Kia Nurse, Rachel Banham, Garantis, and Wilson. The thing Chicago struggled with a lot last season was 3-point shooting. They didn't have enough people to space the floor. Kennedy Carter wasn't a 3-point shooter. Only 3-point shooter they really had that was somewhat consistent, was Michaela Onyenwere, and then midway through the season when they acquired Rachel Banham, she was the other 3-point threat. Everybody else was interior or mid-range. So I think that's what they'll go for in this draft. They'll try to go for 3-point shooting. See, now at this pick, I would say if Sarah Ashley Barker happens to be around at this pick, they could take Sarah Ashley Barker there. But if she's not, I don't know where they go. They may go Serena Sundell as a replacement or a understudy to Vandersloot. When I watch Sundell, I think a lot about Sloot, not because she's the same passer or caliber of player as Sloot, but she was the leader of that Kansas State team. She's a little taller than Sloot, I believe. She was doing the passing, the dishing, and everything. So it's something that'll be interesting to really see with Serena Sundell. If she could come in, be an understudy under Sloot. Let's say Sloot wants to hang it up. She'll be 37 at the start of next season. Does Sloot want to continue playing? That's yet to be determined. So that's something that we have to keep an eye on. Definitely keep an eye on. But I think if Barker is available, they'll go Barker. If not, Sundell will probably be that pick. I got somebody who agrees. I think this guy will try to draft Sundell and Barker. Ah, that would be interesting. Go back to back with Sundell and Barker. That could be it. If they're both available at 10 and 11. I know one will be. It will both be. That'll be interesting. I can see that being a solid pickup. Man said Sarah Ashley Barker to the Aces. Y'all ain't getting y'all getting Haley Van Lith or somebody. No disrespect to Haley, but y'all ain't getting Sarah. All right, so that covers 10 and 11 for the Sky. We're at the last pick of the first round. Remember, excuse me, the Aces, they lost their first round pick due to all that the investigation and everything they had going on during the season. Not during, at the beginning of the season with mistreatment or whatever the case may be. So they got their first round pick rescinded. So that's why there's only 12 picks in the first round, even though there's 13 teams total. So we're looking at the 12th pick, which is back to the Dallas Wings. So they had the first and the last picks of the first round. Yeah, that's why the first round was 12 tour. So back to let's see what Dallas will do with that final pick in the first round. They already got their future franchise player, presumably. Now they need to just probably get best player available. So who's left? Who is left to take? See, at this point, I would take a shot at a Cheyenne Sellers probably. This is around the range you take a shot at Cheyenne Sellers, or you can go Sanaya Rivers. I know Sanaya Rivers isn't a 3-point shooter, but this is the point you would be able to go with one of those. You still got Sanaya Fagan from South Carolina if they want a defensive presence, because that's where she'll probably thrive to start her career. But that 12th pick, Dallas can go a number of ways. They can. I'm gonna say Sanaya. They'll go Sanaya Rivers, and that is fake my prediction right now until I change it. Sportsman said the rookie salaries are too low. Please brought increased revenue in ticket and merchandise sales. Hope the CBA can give players money. That's the thing. So when all the popularity that we saw come into the league last year, it's not like the league can be like, all right, now we're getting all these new eyes. We can just change everything immediately. As people like to think, contracts are contracts for a reason. Sometimes they help you, and sometimes they go against you sometimes based on what happens in the future. So when they signed that contract earlier in 2020, this was the best. This was better than they had. But now that we had this influx of eyes and energy to the W, this contract, even though you're like, man, we should change it, you got to abide by the rules of contract. That's why the CBA negotiations that are taking place are going to be very important. I don't think the rookie salaries, will jump up super crazy, but they'll be higher than they've been. And that's that. All right, y'all. So we made it to the end of the first round. That was the end of the first round. We'll see what happens. We got about 12 minutes. I ended it a little earlier than I thought, or just around the time I hoped I would end, actually, because I do want to take a look at this. I should have added the timer here. I'll definitely get the timer up so we can keep an eye on what is going on. but I'll just verbally tell y'all how much time we have left. Actually, I think I have it here. Give me a second. Let me take this off. And I think I have the timer here. Boom. Yes, I do. Look at me. Thinking ahead. So we got about 12 minutes until the draft starts. As you can see on the screen, I have my predictions under my actual video. I already have Paige at number 1. I was contemplating what I was gonna do 2 through 12. I'll only do predictions for the first round. After that, they start to move really quickly with when they're announcing players. So I'm not gonna be typing out every single player in the second round and on that gets selected. I'll pull up the web page and then we'll just have a look at it as the draft goes on. I'll also, for those who are new, I will be piping in the audio when they announce the players when they announce the player as they're being drafted. So you'll be able to at least hear what it sounds like. I cannot show it on the screen. ESPN will get my account out of here. So I gotta be very wary of when I do these type of things. So as when they say with the first pick, the Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers or whoever, you'll hear that, and then I'll cut the audio, and then we'll just talk about it here on the stream. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. I don't want you to think that I'm hiding anything from you, but that is the way YouTube works. All right, cool. So you can see all the players who were invited to the green room or to the actual the place where they're having it, which is called the shed. Let me show you this right quick. I'm gonna take my video away for a second so you can see what the shed actually looks like. This is the shed. It's a new space in a part of Manhattan, New York that is being really upgraded. I actually haven't been over there since they built they revitalized this whole neighborhood I just passed through. I've never actually visited. So that is the shed. That's where they're having it this year. Last year it was in Brooklyn. This year it's in Manhattan. All right, cool. So now that we got that out the way, now I'm gonna go through and try and put my predictions in. I'm gonna have you guys give your input as well when we get to the actual start of the draft. Pick by pick, I'll put a poll out. You guys can let your thoughts be heard and seen, and then we'll see who's right or wrong. I think last year, I think I got the first pick right. Probably like the 6th or 7th pick right, and after that, I was terrible. All right, cool. On ESPN, if you're watching, Georgia Amore and Russell Westbrook are at the little table. They're talking to to wow, I forgot their names. Shanae Ogumake and the whole squad there. So if you want to tune in, it's on ESPN. Excuse me. All right, so let's get into this. Paige Beckers, I think, is number 1. Number 2, I'm just gonna go Dom Malonga. That's my prediction. Okay, number 3. Let me move this over. Number 3, I'm gonna go to Dom Malonga to Seattle. That's what I'm going. I'm gonna just say that. My thoughts may change as we get closer to the draft, but I'm going that right now. Number 3. I did say Sonia Citron, right? So I'm going Sonia. I wanted Sonia to come back home to New York, but Liberty or not, we're too good to be that close, that high in the draft. So I'm going Sonia Citron. That's 3 for me. 4. 4, 4, 4. Thank you. That's what I said. Thank you. 4 is Kiki. Boom. 5 to Golden State. I did say Anissa Morrow. That is my choice, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going Nisa. I'm gonna put Anissa M. Boom. So we got 5 out of the 12. 6 to back to Washington. I know people are saying Cheyenne, but you already heard my thoughts on Cheyenne, so I ain't going Cheyenne. 6. I'm going Georgia. I'm going Georgia Amore. They get their point guard. Oh, let me shorten Georgia's name. I'm gonna go George Amore. There we go. Y'all know what I mean by that. All right, so we got 6 out of the 12. Number 7 and 8 to Connecticut. 7 and 8 to Connecticut. 7. Yep. There we go. I think that'll be Aisha Sivka. And number 8, I'm going a point guard where I'll go. Do they go development? I did say Georgia to Connecticut, but then now that I'm doing it over, I'm gonna go Cheyenne Sellers. Boom. Oh, let me shorten her name. Cheyenne Sellers. Boom. Listen, I can change my mind in the next 5.5 minutes. Excuse me. This is my predictions, y'all. I'm gonna have y'all do yours. Let me actually start the poll up now so people can start putting their predictions up now. Let's start a poll. Because I've seen people saying Paige may not go number 1. So let's see. Who will go number 1? Paige, Dom, and I'm gonna add the other option. All right. I started a poll for y'all. Oh, sorry, on YouTube. Sorry to the Twitch folk. But if you're on Twitch, let your just put it in the chat. We got about 4 minutes, about 4.5 minutes until the draft. If you want to watch, it's on ESPN, but I hope you stay here with me. I'm a little bit more entertaining than ESPN to keep it 100 with you. Back to my predictions. All right, there we go. Paige, TSS Paige. Salute to T on the Twitch. Oh, let me get back to this before y'all say I'm cheating when they start announcing the picks. So number 9 to LA. 9 to LA. Somebody who I don't think is gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Greg on the Twitch says Van Lift. I don't know if Van Lift goes that high, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. Number 9 to LA. I'm gonna skip 9. I'm gonna go to 10 and 11. I like this one. Sarah A. Barker. Hopefully it's not too long. Probably is. Yep, I'll fix it. I'm gonna just put S.A. Barker. All right, got 3 minutes. Oh boy, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. Getting close. Move you over a little bit. Number 11. I did say, what did we say? Sarah Ashley Barker, and I said, Sundell. And number 12 to Washington, I'm gonna say Sanaya Rivers. Boom. All right, now we're just stuck with 9. Hmm. 9 to LA. I think Van Lift will go early second round encampment. I think Van Lift. Yeah, I think that's who I might go with. Yusta Yosite at 9. That's what I'm thinking. I think Van Lift will go second round. That's it. That's my predictions here. That's mine. Listen, I got a minute 40. Talk about Van Lift. They just showed her on the screen here. She's doing a little interview. We got about a minute 30 according to the ticker they have here on the website. But listen, guys, I can change my prediction anytime before they announce the pick. I won't cheat. As we go along, I'll green what I got right and red what I got wrong. Greg says I think Van Lift is the first round. She could be. I don't know. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't think. To me, I don't think so. I should say, but I've been wrong before. No, did I show the state of the art facility? Nah, I kept it really I kept it really WNBA focused, not Liberty focused. To be completely honest with you, Nelson. All right, y'all. We're ticking down. We are 30 seconds away. Make sure you hit the like button. I see a good amount of us in the chat here. Make sure you hit the like. Subscribe if you're new here. This is the second year I'm covering the WNBA draft on the channel, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. We will be doing a lot of watch-alongs throughout the season, for primarily Liberty games, but a lot of the other W games. Salute for the follow on Twitch Tour. Salute. All right, I'm ready. Let me turn my headphones on so I can make sure I don't miss anything. All right, so they're closing the pregame thing on what you call it on ESPN, and now they're transferring to the actual draft. Let's go. I'm hyped. I am hyped. I mean, the Liberty don't got no picks here, but I'm hyped still. Man, there's a good amount of fans coming just to see. Do I show the draft on my channel? No, Greg. Greg, I'll be piping in the audio when they announce each pick. I can't show it because they'll get my last year when I tried it, they flagged my account, so I had to take it easy. It's funny when you see these players all dressed up and stuff, they look so much different than on the court. I mean, of course, but some of these players, I was like, who's that? And then you look closer, it's like, oh, snap. Like Serena Sundell, I was just looking. I was like, who's that person? But that's Serena. She usually got her hair up during the game. Now she got the hair down. All right, so they're doing a little intro video showing like picks from drafts past. I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any spoilers on for myself. Make sure I'm as live as possible. I am, which is good. Oh, I should record this, right? All right, cool. We're good. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this poll. Make sure you get your vote in. Put it in the chat if you're on the YouTube. I mean, if you're on the Twitch, excuse me. Somebody on the Twitch voted for Paige, so I put that vote in as myself for Paige for y'all. All right. Sanaya Rivers. They showing Sanaya Rivers, Anissa Morrow. They showed Anissa Morrow. They showed Paige Beckers. Yeah, so they're just going over everybody. Basically just giving the lay of the land. So as we know, number 1, Dallas, number 1 pick. Washington has 3 picks. Oh, so let me take this countdown off now. And let's get this popping here. Where is my thing? Boom. So, they're gonna probably have the commissioner come up and say something before they all start. They're having Ryan Rucco, Rebecca Lobo, and Andrea Carter at the table. I'm gonna try and pipe in as much as I can. I just gotta take it easy. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. They're showing all the Instagram followers of the players who are in the league and outside of the league. So Angel Reese with 4.8, Caitlin with 3.1. This is million, by the way. Paige with 2.3 million, Sabrina with 1.4, and I missed the last person they had. I think it was Rakia Jackson. So they're talking about the momentum of the league and hope and wanting it to continue to grow. Yeah, the live audience is definitely bigger than it was at the Brooklyn, the Brooklyn Museum. Brooklyn, I think what was it, the Brooklyn Arts Museum last year? All right, y'all get to the good stuff. I'm tired of I don't want to hear this lava lava. I'm trying to hear who's getting drafted. I'm excited. I've been waiting on this all day. All right, I'm gonna pipe in this for a little bit.
Women that are here and the women that are not here. I see a
Tell me
ton
if it's
of
too low or
potential
too
when
high.
it comes to fitting with a team.
talk over
And
it
there
a
are
little
so many teams that have room
Salute
on their
for the follow
rosters.
marks,
4
Twitch.
teams have 9 of the first 12 picks in the first round, and they have room. The door is wide open. It's not cracked. The door is
not
wide
cracked.
open for these talented players to have impactful minutes and make an impact at the
Yeah, I
professional
don't-
level.
Simply put, this
Yeah.
is a good year
I'm
to
gonna
get
mute
drafted.
it, so I gotta just keep going in and out of the mute. But listen, this could be a decent draft, not superstar talent, but players who could potentially find a role in the league. They're going to Holly Rowe here. Oh boy, I wonder what she gonna talk about this draft. You know, she be talking crazy. Oh man. I'm gonna pipe this in for a little bit.
For her. Her childhood became a thing of legends in
Talk about
Hopkins,
Paige's
Minnesota, where she
childhood
became
here.
a
Oh,
schoolgirl
AZ Flood
legend.
is sitting
Then
beside
she
her.
got
That's
to
dope.
UConn, and things became challenging. She only played
Gino
17
Auriemma,
games
of
in
course,
2
is
years
there.
after injuries rocked her world. But this young woman was resilient. Gino Auriemma
Yep.
says she had the most unique journey of anyone I've ever coached. Paige has stayed true, and she is celebrating a national championship. She
Yep.
celebrated with a few of her thousands of friends in the Connecticut parade just
All right,
yesterday.
I'm muting it for a bit. They just talk about Paige's whole journey essentially. So, I'm assuming she'll go first. Let me end this poll before y'all start cheating. End poll. All right, so 91% say Paige, 8% say Dom, and nobody says other. All right, commissioner's coming up. Let's see what she chatting about. I'm gonna mute this for a second.
This is truly one of my favorite nights of the year, a night where we get to witness dreams come true.
This is Commissioner
To
Engelbert's,
all the incredible
I
draft
wanna say,
prospects right in
5th
front of me,
draft?
congratulations.
I think she came
You
in
worked
right
so
before
hard
COVID,
to
so it was
reach
either
this
5th or
moment,
6th.
and tonight marks the beginning
Draft.
of an exciting new chapter of your careers.
Isaiah James looking
The
cool as a
momentum for the
cucumber out there.
WNBA has never been greater. We are coming off a record-breaking season with unprecedented viewership,
Yeah, just let me know if you need me to
attendance,
turn
and
it up.
fan engagement.
I'll have to keep
Our
muting it or
game
talking over it,
continues
so I
its
don't want you guys
pattern
to
of
think
hypergrowth
I'm
with an
hiding any
expanding
information
impact.
from y'all. Just
As
don't
the
want to get
league
flagged
continues
by
to
the
rise,
YouTube
there
police.
are more opportunities than ever for younger players. The WNBA is bigger and better with the addition of our 13th team, the Golden State Valkyries, entering their first draft tonight.
Damn, they were over here showing her teleprompter. That's bad work. Sorry, I work in video production.
The
so
players being drafted are
that stuff
stepping
is funny.
into a league where the level of competition is elite and the
I got you,
talent
Mark.
and skill across the league continues to set new standards. We can't wait to see how each of you
So we'll
will
see.
leave your mark on the W.
Are they gonna
The
shade?
WNBA has long been a
Come
source of
on,
inspiration for
get to it.
fans worldwide. and we are grateful to our
All right,
broadcast,
I'm gonna mute it for a second.
media, and
So she's thankful for the corporate partners and everybody who's helping to spread the game. ESPN, Amazon, Ion. Um, she said to the prospects, enjoy this moment. To the teams, the next wave of players are coming in, so make sure you take care of them and make sure we're ready to compete. All right, she said, let's get started, and finally, we're about to actually get started. The Dallas Wings are on the clock. Right? Dallas Wings are on the clock, people. Dallas Wings are on the clock. Dallas got their new GM in Kurt Miller from LA. Satu, Natasha, and JC Sheldon left. Nalissa Smith, Dejanay Carrington, and Ty Harris were acquired. They finished 11th in the WNBA last season, missed the playoffs. Their second #1 pick in team history. This is their second #1 pick in 4 years. They picked Charlie Collier back in 2021. That didn't pan out. NWF, salute for the follow. Salute. They allowed the second most points in WNBA history last year, 92.1 points per game. They're technically 3-time WNBA champions because in their previous iterations, as the Detroit Shock, they won championships. So that is why they technically, as a franchise, have 3 championships. According to ESPN, the team needs are wing depth and a developmental post. So that's something to keep an eye on. For the last pick in this first round. We're about to find out. Unmuting.
Kathy Engelbert.
I'm gonna turn it up a bit.
with the first pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers, University of Connecticut.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. They took Paige. I'm joking. So Paige was selected. So I'm already right so far. NWF says, is Toronto and Portland have any picks? Toronto and Portland are not officially a part of the league yet. So they're not a part of this draft. So Paige Beckers, #1 pick. Where's my Paige picture? Paige, #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Let me give myself a good report. This was probably the easiest pick in the draft. Salute to everybody who got that right. Boom. Green me. All right, let me get this next poll up for y'all. So now, who will be #2? Yeah, Mom, I'm gonna be behind. Streaming is about 25 seconds behind, so I'm naturally gonna be behind. #2 is Dom and other. Dom Malonga and other. Start poll. Salute to Michaelis. Yosite is really good. I've been watching some game on Yosite on the highlights channel. She's really good. But Paige Becker is #1. I'm gonna pipe in a little bit of Paige.
right now?
Here you go. Here's
Just an
Paige.
overwhelming sense of gratitude. It's super surreal just being here with
Paige, 6
other
foot out of
draft
UConn.
invitees. My teammates are here,
First
my
college
family's
athlete to
here.
launch a player
Just
shoe with
super
Nike,
grateful. I've been
I think,
focusing
or
on
that's what they
staying
said.
present, staying where my feet are, and to be here right now.
This
I'm
is the
just
sixth
extremely
UConn
blessed.
player selected
Just
number
like
1
touching
overall.
your heart. Like this
No one has
this
more
is
than
real.
3.
This really happened. That young woman that has worked so hard. You haven't had everything easy. Tell
So
me how you
just
fought
talk
through the
over it a little
hardest
bit.
times to still be here, standing here
Paige
against
finishes
all
her
odds.
college career with a national
Through my
championship.
faith, through God's purpose, through my teammates, my family, the coaching staff, the strength and
Salute to
conditioning
Paige.
staff. Everybody's invested a lot in me.
They
And
got all
part
her
of me
teammates
wanted
there,
to give
Sarah
back to them
Strong,
and
Ice
show that
Brady,
I can be better, and all that
KK
their hard
Arnold.
work helped
Nika
me get
Mule
to
is
this
there,
stage.
actually,
So
too.
I didn't do it alone. It took a village. So I'm extremely
Let me
grateful for
mute
them.
this before they
I
get me out of
absolutely
here.
love that your village is on their feet. All of you.
There we go. Yes. So all the Aaliyah Edwards is there as well. Her coaches are there. They just had the parade yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and they all showed up for her. That's dope. You 5 seconds behind me. My mom over here telling me I'm behind and you behind me. That's funny. Oh, she about to start breaking down. She about to start breaking down. Talking about her journey. You know, she dealt with some injuries as well. Oh, good looks, bro. Good looks. Appreciate that. I'm as ahead as I can be. That's the only thing with streaming I don't like. I'm watching on YouTube TV, but she's saying she was unfamiliar with Tex-Mex versus barbecue, but she's excited to get a fresh start there in Dallas. Excuse me. Yeah, but back to my rant about streaming. That's my only thing about streaming is it's always gonna be behind like cable, or if you have like Fios or Optimum or whatever the case may be, whatever cable services are out there. But something you got to deal with. Salute Tia Morgan for the follow. Salute. Appreciate you. All right, so now they go into commercial. We have some time. So Paige went number 1 as expected. Seattle Storm are on the clock. Let me get the Seattle Storm on the clock up. Seattle Storm are on the clock. RC says JAZ would have been picked number 2 if she would have came out. I mean, bro, the way that she played in that tournament, she would have played herself into a high spot. But she got to do what's best for her at the end of the day. So salute to AZ, man. She was really hooping. Now they putting the Page commercial on the TV. All right, so we're here in commercial. If you're oh wow, I'm saying like it's not a commercial. This lady just dropped food on the table. That was funny. But Seattle Storm are on the clock. As you can see, my pick at the bottom left, Dominique Malonga, is my pick. But listen, after this, it's a free for all. Who really knows? Besides the teams who are doing these picks, who knows? If you're on the Twitch, put it in the chat who you think it will be picked next. I'll cast a vote on your behalf. As you can see, my vote is Dominique Malonga, the youngster out of France. There we go, Tia. T is the Twitch representative. Dom Malonga. Boom. Voted. All right, so we're still in commercial. I have all the players in the player pool down below. I'll be, as you saw what I did with Paige, I'll be putting their pictures up as we proceed throughout the evening. And then we'll see who's left in the player pool at the end of the first round. RC says probably Malonga. Yeah, man. It's literally a guess. Oh, somebody screwed up on the broadcast. They re-racked the video. It's funny when you work in that field, you start to notice all the little mistakes that they make. But that's just me nerding out. So Paige Becker is number 1 overall pick. as expected. Mom over here crying as she should. Proud of her baby. All right, let me turn this up.
Of the WNBA, Paige joining a
Oh,
long
they hit
list
the-
of
they hit the
UConn
bell.
greats to be drafted #1 overall. That list, of course, includes.
Let me mute this back until they hit the next pick bell.
To international comp.
There we go. They're talking about Diana Taurasi, and as we all know, Diana Taurasi retired. 6 Olympic gold medals, 2009 WNBA MVP. They're playing the Diana Taurasi piece right now. Diana went to UConn, of course. 3 WNBA titles, 6 gold medals, 6 EuroLeague championships. She is one of the GOATs. RC says, I love Sonia Citron. I'm not sure she's a top 5 pick. I'm sure she's a top 5 pick, excuse me, but I'm not sure she's a number 2 pick. I agree with you there. Potbelly says, I want to see Dom dunk into the W. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be, and she does it so easily from those videos. Oh, I got to make sure I don't spoil the picks for myself. They still talk about Diana Taurasi right now. But the pick is in. The pick is in for Seattle. They just, TV stuff. They got to get through this little, I don't want to call it a puff piece, but they got to get through this segment before they announce the pick. Please don't spoil it in the chat if you are watching live. Trying to be as surprised as possible. Let me end this poll though. And in the poll, 83%. Wow. Say Dom, 16% say other. Let's see. So for the polls, I'll put my pick as the choice, and then I'll put other as the as the other choice. Come on, they're not on the clock anymore. They're ready. So Seattle Storm actually got this pick in the Kelsey Plum trade, if you guys didn't know. Jewel Lloyd was traded to Las Vegas. So that is how they got this pick. Please let them just announce the pick already, guys. RC said they're making it seem like Taurasi played for Seattle or something. Yeah, Pop Belly, it's a lot. They're just chatting. The pick's been in for 3 minutes already. Just let it just cut the piece. I'm trying not to look at any socials, but they just yapping and yapping and yapping. But I get it. They got to do it for TV, but the pick's been in. Dominique Malonga, I think she was born in Cameroon, represents France. Absolute beast. Definitely check out her highlights. She played over in the EuroLeague for the team Tony Parker, the ex-NBA player, owns. All right, finally. Jeez. I hope you guys can hear this. They're about to announce.
With the second pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Seattle Storm select Dominique Malonga from France.
Dominique Malonga to Seattle. Well, I'm 2 for 2 right now, baby. I'm 2 for 2. In the chat, y'all 2 for 2 as well. Let me green myself. Dom Malonga, 6'6" out of France. Absolute. The sky is the limit. And the sky might not even be the limit. Or as he said, they got 2 hours of airtime, but yeah, they dragging this out because they know the second and third round they're gonna just be announcing 5 picks at a time. They're gonna be like, all right, the next 5 picks are boom, boom, boom. 6'6", athletic, versatile, can score from all 3 levels. She's absolute beast, y'all. Dominique Malunga. Move Dominique up to number 2. Let me get the third poll started as they're yapping away. Listen, man, I'm already doing better than last year. Last year, who went number 2? Was it who had the number 2 pick last year? Was it Chicago or LA? Whoever had 2, I had it wrong. I think I said Cam, or I said Camilla. I can't remember who had 2. Yeah, so Camilla went 2. I said Cam last year. Camilla went 2, and then Cam went. I think Cam went 3, right? I can't even remember the order they went in. But I was all bad. I think the only picks I got right were Caitlin and Angel. I maybe got Alyssa Pili right, but the international players I got totally wrong. When she gets to talking, I'll let y'all hear how she sounds for those who are unfamiliar with Dom. All right, she's about to...
France to be selected in the first round of the WNBA. What does that mean to you to represent your country and yourself and your family who are here tonight?
She's 19 years old.
It's amazing to me because I come for a long journey. My family is here. They're witnesses for all the work that I put in to be here today. And I'm so
First
happy
international
to
player
represent
drafted
France,
in the top
but not only
5 since
France,
2021.
Cameroon, Congo, you can see the flag on my table. I'm a multicultural.
Representing her African roots.
I'm a multicultural
salute.
person. I have a lot of people behind me, and I'm so proud to be here and to represent all of them. Shout out to my club, Lyon, my former club, Tarbes in France, French national team, and all the person that support me from today.
I was lucky. I got to.
I just muted it a bit and just giving myself some brief time in between. Gotta watch the YouTube police. All right, bringing it back.
I mean, I will work very hard to fit in this league because I know that it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but I'm ready to work.
Félicitations. Bienvenue à la WNBA.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Holly over here trying to speak French.
Congratulations to Dominique. Also getting Holly to flex her French here in the first round.
Salute to Holly, though. All right, y'all. So number 3 is Washington has back-to-back picks. We'll see what they do here. So we taking 2 out. Number 3, Washington on the clock. So I already started the poll. So let me know, y'all. 100% say Sonia. Jeez. 100%. Tori says cool for Malunga to be team with Gabby. Yeah, she has some familiarity there with Gabby, her French national team teammate. So she won't be all alone as a 19-year-old in a new country on the other side of the world from France. It's not even like she's going to the East Coast. She's going all the way across to the Pacific Northwest from France. So it's good that Gabby will be there to assist her. That was a good shout, Tori. Good shout there. RC said, Jay, I don't know anything about the foreign players. Yeah. No, I totally get you, bro. Like, as I started doing this, I started paying attention a lot more to the international players. Like the Yusta Yosite, I had no clue who that girl was until probably like beginning of this year. Oh, the pick is in, y'all. The pick is in for 3. Let's go. They got no puff pieces now.
With the 3rd pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Washington Mystics select Sonia Citron.
Hey, look at us, y'all. Who would have thought? I forgot to end the poll. It happened so fast. But Sonia Citron, I think she went to school here in New York, like about 20 minutes up the road from where I'm at. She went to high school. Salute to Sonia. I wish you could have made it to New York, but Sonia Citron, I'm 3 for 3, y'all. I am 3 for 3. Y'all 3 for 3 as well. I think y'all just agreeing with me. No, I'm teasing. I am teasing, but I'm 3 for 3. 3 for 3, y'all. Salute to me. I'm 3 for 3. All right. So they have back-to-back picks here. Back-to-back picks here. Let me move Sonia up because I was right again. Look at your boy. Who would have thought? 3 for 3. Salute to everybody in the chat who's been voting. Let me get this next poll up. They happening so fast now. I won't be doing polls for the second round, y'all. Just letting y'all know. They move too quick. Number 4. Who do I have for number 4? Kiki, Iriafen, or other? Start the poll. Get y'all votes in. Who? Oh, did I put the new one in? Yes, I did. All right, I'm going to have y'all listen to Sonia a little bit. Yep.
Of this moment not far from where you grew up playing basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I think what makes it so special is that I get to do it in front of my friends and
out of
family
Notre
since
Dame.
I am from here. So, I mean, I wouldn't be here without them. So, I mean, I'm just happy I get to share this moment with them.
William, Yolanda, your boyfriend Maris is here. For the record, you got drafted higher than he did in the NFL, so shout out to the girls.
Oh, the NFL boyfriend. Look at
I
that.
know they've all poured
Damn,
into
why
you
how
and
do you
made
have to
you
put
such
that
a
on
special
blast?
player.
My boy
What are
clapping
you
it up,
grateful
though. He like,
for?
yeah, that's my baby.
I mean, just grateful for all their support,
respect
all
it,
the
bro.
time that they
Cheers.
invested into me. I mean, my family, my friends, my coaches, they believed
She's
in
the
me
6th
when I
Notre
didn't believe in
Dame guard
myself,
picked in
and
the
I
top
just,
5 since
Again, I
2013.
wouldn't be here without them.
Her
Okay,
coach, Neil
Coach
Ivy, is here from
these are
Notre
the words
Dame.
she said about you. Glue, pour,
I'm muting this for a second.
jack of all trades, best.
So if you look at the players who come out of Notre Dame, you have Skylar Diggins-Smith, Jewel Lloyd, you got Marina Mabry, didn't Jackie go to Notre Dame? Who else went to Notre Dame, y'all? Arike. They had a bunch of guards, guard university over there at Notre Dame. The pick is in for the next pick already, y'all. So make sure your votes get in. So they're showing the best available prospects. You got Kiki, Georgia Amore, Anissa Morrow, Sanaya Rivers, Isaiah James, and Cheyenne Sellers. This is where it gets tough for us, y'all. You're right, RC. This is where it gets tough. Hey, cuz, what's up? You disagree with me? See, I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. Listen, this is where it gets shaky for me. I think Anissa could go 4 here. But I'm sticking with Kiki. I'm not gonna change my vote. Does Georgia? Nah, do they don't go Georgia at 4? No way. No way. No way. No way. All right, I'm ending the poll, y'all. Ending the poll. 60% say Kiki. 40% say other. Let's see. Don't spoil it in the chat if y'all seen it already. Dang, I'm nervous. I'm probably wrong. Oh, snap.
University of Southern California.
Damn, my bad, y'all. I forgot to unmute it. It's Kiki, though. Kiki got picked. We right. Kiki Iriafen.
Well,
I'm over here so nervous. I forgot to unmute the chat for y'all. I'm going to leave it open for a bit.
So you get the versatile guard. Now you get the versatile post. Lindsay
Dang,
Gottlieb,
I'm 4
her
for
coach,
4.
soaking it all in.
We 4 for 4.
And one thing we've seen from Kiki as well, she has had some of her best performances on the biggest stage. You think about
Yeah, Con Landon. For a quick second, if you're walking and passing, you definitely would be like, oh, snap.
Really talented player.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, she's got great size.
You'd be like, oh, snap, that might have been Caitlin. Oh, man, but we right, y'all. Kiki, do you love me? Kiki was at Stanford. Is when I really found out about Kiki. She was at Stanford in the tournament. She was absolutely cooking. Stanford ends up, well, the Pac-12 ends up getting dissolved. She goes to USC to play with Juju. Her light got dimmed a bit in that system. But salute to Kiki for going fourth. We're 4 for 4, y'all. We are 4 for 4. No Wendy's. I'm gonna let y'all listen a little bit since I missed out on the announcement.
Has
My
not
bad.
been exactly what you envisioned. What are you
RC,
proud
I got
of
the
the
cheat
way
sheet,
you've
man.
handled the journey and the ups and downs that have come with it?
He's
I've just been
6'3".
resilient. There's been a lot in my last season, and I just trusted the process. I'm a woman of
Salute to
faith,
Kiki, though.
so I just trust in God. I was
Top
very prayerful.
5. She went in the
and
top 5.
So
Salute
I'm
to
getting
her.
a little nervous. But I'm just
start the
super
poll for the
grateful
next
to
one.
be here, and I give all the glory to God.
You really did. You really did have to reinvent yourself at times throughout your college career, and at every moment you've been able to shine. I know you're shining brighter than ever. You wanted to talk about your dress tonight. We don't always do that with everyone, but it was important.
She had like
to you,
some
right?
golden dress.
Yes,
I think
wanted
it's
to look good. I wanted to feel good. This dress was designed by a Nigerian designer, Nneka Alexander. And I just wanted to
she's
show
of
off my
Nigerian
culture on
descent.
this big stage.
I know your
let me mute
family's in
this
the
before I get in
audience, and they
trouble.
are also showing off their beautiful culture.
Boom. All right, we're muted. Her dad is dressed up in garb too. Salute, and her brother and her mother. Golden State is on the clock, people. Golden State is on the clock. All right, that was 4, and now we on 5. Golden State is on the clock. So let's see if we can go 5 for 5, man. RC says, "Conley, have me like okay." So we're at commercial break now. Ooh, we got a nice little break here, so I can make sure everything is working correctly. But it's good that we're 5 for 5 right now. I mean 4 for 4 right now. Trying to go 5 for 5. Make sure you let your votes in. I see 60% agreeing with me with Anissa. Nah, RC, chill. And then I'm guessing 40% are saying other Twitch people. Let me know. Let me know on the Twitch who you think. First person on the Twitch who tells me I'm gonna put it in as a vote. So let your vote be heard and seen. Remember, Golden State, this is their first ever draft pick. As they're a new team. So this will be a trivia question in a few years. Who was the first draft pick by the Golden State Valkyries in their history? And you got to know if it's Anissa Mara. We're hoping for Anissa for my streak to stay alive. Let me send a tweet out for these people. Let them know I'm 5 for 5. WNBA Draft. Whoever drafts Haley Van Lith gets a new fan. I respected Devon. Salute to you on the Twitch. Salute. Do you think Kiki and Sonia both stick on the Mystics? At least for this season, yeah. They got nothing to lose. The Mystics. They have nothing to lose, RC. Right? Get those votes in, people. Get those votes in. Get those votes in. They're still on the clock. The Golden State Valkyries. Their first regular season game is on May 16th versus the Los Angeles Sparks. Natalie Nakase is the head coach. She was an assistant with the Las Vegas Aces during their championship run. Daniel, welcome back, man. We 5 for 5 right now. I mean 4 for 4 right now, hoping to go 5 for 5. They having a watch party outside the Chase Center in San Francisco. They have 9 internationally born players on the roster currently. Nah, I respect that because I don't really follow it either. But I'm going off of what I've seen recently. Recency bias here. Jay, do you think Paige wins Rookie of the Year? She'll have the most opportunity to. I think so. At this current moment, I would say. I have to see where everybody else gets drafted and see how fit works. But at this current moment, nah, I can't even say that. I don't even know. I don't know. I gotta see if she starts. I mean, I think Dallas will start her, but Ty Harris is no slouch, so I don't know. Yeah, the Val's color scheme is really nice. I like that purple. They haven't the pick isn't in yet, surprisingly, for the Ghost. Oh, it is. I'm not gonna forget to. All right.
Number 5.
All right, I made sure I unmuted it this time. History right here, people.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Golden State Valkyries select Yuste Yotite.
Oh, I was totally wrong. I'm done. They went Yuste Yotite.
So a
from
little
Lithuania, so they went international after all.
A shooter who you watch her on film,
oh
wow,
man, sorry guys. The 38% who said other, salute to you.
Heavy on international players.
I should have known they've been going international. Dang, I'm wrong. Dang, but Yuste Yotite goes number 5. I'm wrong, y'all. I'm wrong. Dang, this throws everything else off though. But Yuste Yotite, check the pinned comment on the channel. I have a couple of videos of Yuste on the channel, on the player highlights channel, in the pinned comment on YouTube. I also put it on Twitch. So definitely check that out. She's not here. She wasn't invited. Because they guess she just wasn't one of those players who was invited. She actually played with Dominique Malonga this offseason, well, this past overseas season for Lyon in France. So they were teammates there. Dang, I got it wrong. They went Yotite. Dang. I should have thought about that. The whole international. Oh, I didn't even send the tweet out, so I might can get away with it. Nah, I ain't gonna cheat. Yeah, Yuste Yotite. Lithuanian young lady. She was born in DC, but she was raised in Lithuania to her Lithuanian parents, of course. Yuste Yotite, the first Lithuanian player drafted since 2000. All right. Wow. Well, in that case, people, I got my first wrong. Listen, I went further than I did last year, so I got to salute myself in that regard. RC, it sort of goes with their whole philosophy about drafting international. What they're explaining here is that since everybody's going to be free agents next year, that could have played into it. Who will be number 6? I don't know. Now. Oh, they already announcing it. I can't even put the poll up, y'all.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Washington Mystics select Georgia Amoore.
Oh, I got that right, though. Look at me. I'm back. I am back.
You see
Russell over here clapping. Her coach, whatever his name is from Kentucky, is here. Look at me, y'all. I'm back in the driver's seat here. I'm back. I didn't even get to put the poll up. It happened so fast. Where's Georgia's pick? Come here, Georgia. Look at you. Look at you. Congrats to Georgia Amore, the Australian. Played at Virginia Tech with Liz Kitley last year. Played in transferred to Kentucky this year. And she's now the 6th overall pick. Dang. Let me just get number 7 up right now before they start chatting again. I'm doing the whole draft, but I'm not gonna be like putting up all my selections. I'll just have like we'll just be talking through it, Daniel. Number 7. I'm sticking with what I got right now. One thing wrong don't stop no show. I'm gonna go Anissa Morrow though. On one of the choices for you guys. To throw a little wrench in the plans. Here we go. Let those votes be heard, votes be seen. So we going to number 7. Number 7 is next. 7 is next.
I'm excited to be with them.
I'm playing
excited to be with the Mystics.
Georgia talking right now.
But Ballarat, man, that's a long way away. But I've taken every opportunity that's opened up, made the most of it, and now I'm here.
Okay, I have to say this one for the shorties because I've never been taller than a draft pick. I'm so excited right now. But you are literally I'm in heels. Let's be fair. But you are an athlete. I think people get caught up in size.
I think Georgia's
instead of your skill.
5'6".
You played
5'6",
cricket,
y'all.
netball,
She is
taekwondo, Australian rules
5'6".
football. You are a
Pop Belly
competitor
says
at
she
the
reminds me of
highest
Kelsey
level.
Plum.
How can you bring
Kelsey
that to
Plum
the
a little
league?
taller, but I can
Yeah,
see
think just
I
for
can see
as
why you
long
would
as
say
people
that.
call me too
She does
short,
have a
I've been
really
working
good
on
jump
how to
shot.
counteract
Very good
that.
handler of
It's
the
not a
ball.
shock to
Let's
me.
see if the
I
height
know that I have to
plays
work in
against
different
her. I
ways,
hope
use
not,
my brain
for
a
her
little
sake.
bit more, but with my competitive background, I think I have a little bit of dog
Last
in
season
me,
averaged
that's gonna
19.6
keep
points and
me
6.9
fighting.
assists.
Best
Led
step
the
back
SEC.
ever. How did you develop that
and
move?
was
Like
3rd in
literally, you gained
D1.
space.
Yeah, these quads
Only
and Coach
D1
Brooks.
player with
All right,
500
thanks for
points
showing
and
him off, Russell
150
Westbrook.
assists.
Good job.
In each of her last 3 seasons. Beast. Connecticut Sun on the clock. Danger time. Let's see what they'll do here. Let your vote be seen. Who will be the number 7 pick in the draft? Connecticut lost their whole starting lineup. They're the first team in history to lose all 5 starters from the previous season. From the previous playoff game. Is it going to be Aisha Sivka? Is it going to be Anissa Morrow now? Or is it somebody else? Let me know, y'all. On the Twitch, let me know as well. Anissa Morrow, Aisha Sivka, or other. Am I going 6 for 7 on this one? Their projected starting lineup they have here is Tina Charles, Marina Mabry, Lindsay Allen, Diamond DeShields, and Olivia Nelson-Adota. Yikes. Yikes. I don't know about all that now. Yusta Yosite. Salute to her. They said their team needs are post players and wings for the Connecticut Sun. Marina Mabry is the only returner to average over 5 points per game. Right?
Of this year's draft.
Right. Pick is in, y'all. 50.
With the 7th pick in the 2025
Somebody vote.
WNBA Draft,
I'm ending it.
the Connecticut Sun select Anissa Morrow,
Oh,
Louisiana State University.
salute to everybody who said Anissa. Hope y'all weren't cheating. Anissa Morrow. Salute to Anissa Morrow. I was a couple picks off for Anissa. Anissa Morrow at number 7 to Connecticut. Dang, I feel bad for her going to that spot. But listen, she got drafted, and that's all that matters. Salute to Anissa.
just an incredible
I should
collegiate
have switched
career.
her to number.
Well, when you think about
It is what
drafting
it
players,
is.
right, and when you think about a
Salute to
team that is
the 50%
starting
of y'all. I
new,
think y'all
you
cheating.
want
I
to
gotta
bank
start
on the
ending these
things you
votes
can
earlier.
count on, and you want to bank on what you know. And what does Connecticut know?
No, I'm
they
just
have
hating.
a player that is
I'm
going
just
to
hating.
work relentlessly. Undersized,
So Anissa
maybe,
Morrow
but it has never mattered in her career. You know
to
what to expect with Anissa Morrow.
Connecticut. You
And
know she's
even
gonna be
though
a beast on the
opponents
boards.
know what to expect
Three-time
from
AP
Anissa Morrow,
All-American,
they have
four-time
not had an
first-team
answer
All-Conference in the
throughout her
SEC.
career. She is such a hard worker.
She's
skilled,
gonna
can
carve out
finish
her
around
role.
the rim, works on the
Daniel,
defensive end,
I don't
can
think-
put
I
the
don't
ball
think
on the
y'all
floor.
draft Sedona
She can
Prince
also
at
have
all.
potential to expand her
No
game out
siree.
to the three-point
I don't
line,
think
which
so.
will make her even more of a dynamic pro.
I'm really fascinated.
All right, I'm gonna mute this right quick. Anissa 6'1" out of LSU, the 7th overall pick, going to Connecticut. 8th pick. Connecticut is on the clock again. Let me start this poll up right quick for us. Second most double doubles in D1 history. I'm gonna let y'all hear something.
Look at the table that you're sitting at. Your parents were great athletes at Nebraska. Even your grandma Julia played basketball. How has this
Holly does her
family poured
homework,
into
though, I will
you
say.
to make you the athlete and competitor that you are?
Yes. They challenge me every day to work as hard as I possibly can. Growing up on the south side of Chicago was hard.
South side
And
Chicago.
Just continuing to push and thrive to be the best person that I possibly could be. Try to set that
I'm gonna
example for
add
those
Aisha
behind me
Sivka
that's
in
looking
here
up.
as well.
And they want to be able to accomplish what I have, and I feel like I've done a great job with that.
All
Your
right,
Coach Kim
poll is
Mulkey
up.
said something to
Who
me
will be
this
number
year
8?
that
Cheyenne
was really
Sellers,
interesting.
other,
She
or
said,
Aisha
"Anissa is
Sivka?
not
Make sure you
hungry,
vote.
she's starving. Your work
Kim Mulkey
ethic
is there, her
is
coach.
unparalleled. What can you be in the WNBA?"
I feel like I could go in there and try to be unstoppable. I want to
Ooh,
go up
good
in there
answer,
and work
good
as hard as
answer.
I possibly can and come
Go
in
in
there
there
as
and be
confident
unstoppable.
as I possibly can as well. And just learn from my bets. Be a sponge and learn as much as I can.
You've shown that you can do that all along the way. Thank
All right,
you
I'm
so
gonna mute
much
this
and
right quick.
congratulations.
Oh, she's
Thank
done
you.
talking anyway.
Something else Kim Mulkey told.
All right, so I got 3 wrong. So, well, yeah, technically I got 3 wrong so far. Make sure you vote. What's y'all thoughts? Who you think? Let me know who y'all think going number 8 to Connecticut. They have back-to-back picks. You see the players in the pool still. Yeah. Excuse me. You got Sanaya Fagan. You got Serena Sundell, Madison Scott out of Ole Miss, Cheyenne Sellers, Isaiah James. Oh, they're about to announce it. Let me end this right quick.
With the 8th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Connecticut Sun select Sanaya Rivers from NC State.
I was off. Other one. I think y'all seen this ahead of me. I think that's what it is. Y'all perfect. Sanaya Rivers. 8th overall. So they get Anissa and Sanaya. So I give myself. I went 5 out of the first 6. After this is when things get real shaky. So I can't even complain. So yeah, this second half of the bracket, I'm all over the place. Look at that. Look at all that red. Yikes. Not looking good for me, y'all. Not looking good for me. So now the Sparks are on the clock. Daniel, your team is on the clock. I do not think they draft Sedona Prince. Let me start another poll if I can right quick. I'm going to just start putting number 9. I'm not going to say who will. I'm going to go. I think Sarah Ashley Barker. I mean, everything is all screwed up now. So I can just put random people in here. Sanaya Rivers got selected at 8. So they went Anissa and Sanaya, RC.
I love
Here's
y'all
here's
from the bottom
Anaya.
of my
I
heart.
mean Sanaya.
Man, I came from riches, but I came from family of love. And just the fact that they're here supporting me, they're all in the stands, it just means the world
Yeah,
to me.
Pop Belly.
They've
That's
sacrificed a lot
good
to get
shout
me
there.
here, so I'm
I
more than
don't.
grateful.
Yeah.
Shout out Wilmington,
People
right?
who I thought
Shout
were
out
going
Wilmington.
higher are
Tell me a little bit. Every
on
time
the
I
screen
watch
a
you
little
play,
shifted
I feel
around a
like
bit.
you unlock something else. You've just begun to scratch the surface of what you can be. What can you be?
I think I can be great in this league. I think I just need confidence. I think I need to be surrounded around a great team,
Get your
great
votes in,
coaching
people.
staff. I
Get your
feel like I'm
votes in. Who do you
versatile.
think is
I
number
feel like I
9
can bring
to
whatever I
the
need to a
Sparks?
team, whatever they need.
Sanaya Rivers is talking
defensive
right
end,
now.
offensive end.
Turn this
Yeah,
down a
I'm just
bit
ready
so
to
they
be
don't.
able to be a sponge and grasp whatever I can from my
Sanaya
vets.
Rivers.
Can't wait to watch you play. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, she's done. So Sanaya Rivers, number 8 to Connecticut, joins Anissa Morrow, heading up there. I think NC State is SEC, right? So 2 SEC gals heading up to Mohegan as we go into a commercial break here. So looking at my bracket, y'all, I started off hot. I was 4-4-4. And then, as Chris Paul said, stuff went bad real quick. I got Anissa wrong. I got back on track with Georgia, and then 7, 8, 9. All these players are all wrong. So listen, man, at this rate, I got 1 in a row right last year. I got 4 in a row this year. Maybe in 2-3 years I'll get them all right. If it only was that simple. Okay, I'm still live. Just wanted to make sure. This is a creepy commercial. They got Megan 2.0, the robot girl. Oh, nah. They got the 2.0 version. That first movie was creepy. Who will be number 9, y'all? You see the players we got left in the pool? I'm just rearranging some of them. Oh, snap. I just shrank Aisha Sivka. I keep shrinking Aisha. My bad, shorty. We got Sarah Ashley Barker over here. Let me make her a little bigger. I see a lot of people voting. Other is 57% now. I hope nobody's spoiling it on Twitter like Woj used to do for the NBA. You got Madison Scott, Haley Van Lith, Isaiah James, Sanaya Fagan, Tahina Pow. The LA Sparks are on the clock. Daniel says Haley Van Lith best available, but are you guys gonna go for that? You guys have a lot of guards. Since 2021, the Sparks have a 33% win percentage. Yikes. This is gonna be their first season under a new head coach. They're talking about the WNBA finals. This was the highest watched golden finals since '99. Of course, everything's going best of 7 this year. In the finals, so we'll see how that affects teams with more games now in the season, more playoff games now. So we shall see. They're talking about Stephanie White going from Connecticut to the Fever. All the player and coaching movement that took place this off season, more than we've seen in a long time. All right, so according to ESPN, best available Isaiah James, Cheyenne Sellers as number 2. Then you got Sarah Ashley Barker, Haley Van Lith. Then you have Serena Sundell and then J.J. Quinterly out of West Virginia. I do not have her pictures, so she gets picked. I don't got that. I just got everybody who was invited, and then I had Yuste Yosite because I figured she would get drafted somewhere in the first round. All right, y'all. What are y'all thoughts? I'm gonna end this poll now. I'm gonna end it now. We got other at 57%, 28% for Sarah Ashley Barker, 14% for Aisha Sivka. Salute to everybody still on the stream. Make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. Follow on the Twitch. I know a lot of y'all on the Twitch already did. Salute to all of y'all. Appreciate you. But those on the YouTube, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We're waiting for the Sparks to pick. They're still on the clock here. So, predicted starting lineup for the Sparks: K Plum, De'Erica, Rakia, Cam when she comes back, and I'm assuming Odyssey Sims. I think LA will be better than a lot of people think, to be completely honest with you. They have championship experience with De'Erica, who's in the building with her daughter. De'Erica and Kelsey, who have won championship before. And then you join that with the youth of Rakia and Cam. You have a veteran in Odyssey Sims. They could be interesting. So, all right, let's listen to Holly for a second. She's talking about Cam.
Checking in with her and her people today. She said she's doing really well in rehab. She is so blessed to be working with some of the best in the business. Susan Borchard and Curtis Borchard of the Athlete Blueprint are helping her with her rehab. Sources close to the Sparks have told me that she is likely to return around June before the All-Star break. So Cameron Brink, one of those
around
great young
June
stars,
before the All-Star break. That's what I was waiting for, Holly. Thank you. The Sparks pick is in, y'all.
Year's draft, back to the podium to Kathy
Back to the podium.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 WNBA
Let's see
Draft,
who's right here.
the Los
Let's
Angeles
see.
Sparks select Sarah Ashley Barker.
Hey!
University
Boom! I'm
of
back in the
Alabama.
winner's circle, baby! I'm back! No, I'm not back. That was 9, right? Dang, I'm not back. But I figured they would go Sarah Ashley Barker. Sarah Ashley Barker. I knew they would go her now that all my picks were screwed up. Salute to Sarah Ashley Barker out of Alabama. Had an incredible last game in college for Alabama. Finished with 45. She's a 6-foot guard forward, can shoot the three, can get to the basket. Sarah Ashley Barker at number 9. She can cut off the ball. They're showing some of her highlights here on the screen right now. So she's going to LA. I told you weren't taking no Daniel, y'all weren't taking no Sedona Prince. Everything I have here is wrong then. On the second, of course, it can't be right. But Sarah Ashley Barker to the LA Sparks as the number 9 pick. Salute to her. They're going to talk to Sarah right now.
To remind everyone who's watching, yes, you are that young woman who had to hit those 3 free throws to get to overtime. You dropped 45 points in a double overtime game.
Yeah, that game was crazy. I was watching that.
Inside. Where does that come from?
My mom. I mean, she is just my hero, my best friend.
Oh, she really country.
Emotional just because she's just the most amazing woman ever.
Damn, she stole her mom's whole face, though.
I love you so much, Mom.
Okay, mom must be tough because we also know how tough dad is. He won a national championship.
Yeah,
as a quarterback at
I
Alabama.
thought the Sky would
Your
get Barker,
family
but
has
Barker's
helped you
gone.
in a lot of different ways. What's the most
That
impactful way
everything
they've helped
gets
you
shifted
to
around. They
become a
might go
top
Aisha
10
Sivka
WNBA
for the
draft
Sky
pick?
now.
I've got 3 brothers, and so I grew up playing basketball in the
They
dry
might go
weather. My
Aisha
twin brother
Sivka.
takes credit for all of my basketball success. I'll give it to you, Harrison. But I just have
Damn,
family
that's a
that
real.
supports me and loves me so much, and I
I
could not
almost
do it
said
without
something
them.
really
He's a quarterback, right?
crazy.
That's right.
Let me-
All right,
me
shout
say
out
that.
Harrison twins. All right. Well,
Oh,
congratulations.
that's her
LA will
twin.
be a great spot for you. Congrats.
Thank you
Then
so
she
much.
going from Alabama to LA though. That's interesting.
Investigation
All
into
right,
the
so
team's
this is
violation
their
of league
explaining
rules
the pick
regarding
stuff
impermissible player
about
benefits and
Vegas.
workplace policies. So Chicago is now on the clock at 10. Let's take a look at what's been going on of late.
All right, so I'm muted now. So they were basically saying due to the whole impermissible benefits by the Aces, their pick was rescinded. So now Chicago's at 10. I honestly I don't know where they go now. I might put Sundell up here. Sundell. And then I'm going to put other. All right, y'all. Let me know. Let me know. Is it Sivka? Is it Sundell? Or is it other? I don't know where they go at this point. I honestly don't know where they go. They said they're looking for floor spacing. Sivka's that floor spacer. Who else is a floor spacer here? So Isaiah James is a floor spacer. Haley Van Lith, I don't really think of her as a floor spacer. She's someone who can hit a 3, but I don't think she's like a knockdown 3-point shooter. So we're down to the last couple picks in the first round here. Chicago has the next 2. Oh, Pow Divine, good shout, Pow. But do they want to go guard? Pow is a little short, on the shorter side. So I don't know. But they definitely do need a floor spacer. Because they got Vandersloot who can hit a 3, but she's not a 3-point shooter. All right. I'm ending the poll.
Podium and the commissioner with the 10th pick.
With the 10th pick in the 2025
Let's see.
WNBA Draft, the Chicago Sky select Aisha Sivka
Hey,
from
what
Slovenia.
are you telling me? I knew it. I just said it. I said they need a floor spacer, so they would probably go Aisha Sivka, and they go Aisha Sivka. So the chat got wrong, something wrong for once. Aisha Sivka. I made a video about her on the highlights channel as well in the pinned comment on YouTube. So definitely take a look at Aisha Sivka. She is a shooter. I don't know if she does anything else really well, but she's very long. She could play that pick and pop, and she's a real pick and pop 3-point shooter. Aisha Sivka. Jay, will I be covering the undrafted player signings? Not on stream. Maybe once we get to when I do like the training camp rosters and things of that nature, then yeah. So Aisha Sivka, 6'4" out of Slovenia as the 10th pick. Aisha Sivka. And I'm gonna have y'all have a listen.
Great shooter, but you have a favorite WNBA player. Who do you compare yourself to sometimes?
I love to watch Leonie Phoebe. I think a lot of people compare me
Leonie's
to
her inspiration. Look at that.
And I think my idol is also Brianna Stewart.
You know, you have such a similar game. You're such a great shooter, but I see
been with
your
the
dad.
Liberty.
He was a good player too. He's down here taking pictures on his phone. How special is it for your dad who helped you become a player as a little girl?
Dad is
be here to
crying.
watch this tonight.
Watching his daughter get drafted, that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I started playing because of him. He was always my idol, so it really means a lot to me
Daddy.
that he's here.
Daddy.
So, yeah, I'm just
Oh,
grateful.
Dad, get the camera off Dad. Dad about
Thank
to
you
break
so
down.
much.
Dad, that's crazy. They was zooming in closer
There's
to Dad
just
crying.
nothing better
Liz,
on
what's
this
going
night
on?
than
Good to
seeing
see you.
The emotions and the celebrations.
Dang, they was zooming all into Dad's face. Dad was over there on the verge of tears. That's foul. All right, y'all. So now Chicago back on the clock for number 11. Remember, they acquired that pick yesterday from Minnesota. So listen, I ain't doing polls no more, y'all. Just write in the chat who you think gonna be number 11. I'ma go Sundell. That might be my last right pick in this right side of my bracket. I'm going Sundell. Actually, they're doing commercial. Hold on. I might be able to get one up. Number 11. Sundell or other. There we go. What y'all think, Twitch? You think Serena Sundell or other? Any international player left is probably a safe bet at this. I did warn y'all. HVL will probably go second round. I mean, there's still 2 more picks, so she could still go. But I'm leaning towards second round. But salute to everybody still hanging around. Appreciate you guys. This is an exciting time in women's basketball. It's good to see all the talk and discussion and mock drafts that took place throughout the year all boiled down to this. So we got Aisha Sifkat, number 10. We'll see who will be number 11. Left on the board, Serena Sundell, Cheyenne Sellers, HVL, Haley Van Lift, that is, Sanaya Fagan, Isaiah James, Tahina Pow, who's not in the building, but she was invited, and Madison Scott. Those are the people who are left from the original 16 they invited. All right, so Chicago going for back-to-back picks here in the first round. So let's see what happens. They're back on the broadcast now. They're showing Paige Beckers and UConn winning their UConn winning the 12th national championship in their history, the most titles and the most wins in NCAA history. Oh, Gino's on the set with the squad with Ryan and Rebecca and Andrea. So listen, this is my last shot to get something right here. Number 11, Serena Sundell, understudy to Courtney Vandersloot. I'm putting my stamp on it. They're talking to Gino right now. I don't know if you guys really want to hear what Gino has to say. We've heard enough. He's been the UConn head coach for 40 seasons? Nah, that's crazy, man. This man been coaching longer than I've been alive. Isaiah James is 5'10". Excuse me. You got Cheyenne Sellers at 6'2". Serena Sundell is 6'2", so a bigger guard. Haley Van Lith, 5'9". Got J.J. Quinterly out of West Virginia, 5'8". Sanaya Fagan, 6'3", out of South Carolina. Let me see if I can get J.J. Quinterly's picture just in case. They keep pushing her here. Okay, so I got J.J. Quinterly. I'm about to add her to the pool. Let me shrink her picture down. Come on, shrink. There we go. So I quickly just added J.J. Quinterly. They keep putting her name up in the best available, so just in case somebody chooses her, get it up there. Salute to everybody still hanging around. Woo! Man, we've been streaming for about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours now. First stream back, long stream, but it's the WNBA draft. That means we're about a month away from the actual W season starting. I forgot this has a straw. I'm over here putting the whole bottle to my head. But Gino's still talking, y'all. Y'all not missing anything. Gino is still talking. So we're waiting on pick 11, the Chicago Sky. Pick 11. All right, Gino, stop yapping, brother. Aaliyah Edwards. All right, Gino. Come on, Gino. Give him the wrap it up signal. We need to continue on with the draft. This man. All right, cool. Thank you, Ryan. Get him out of here. So they're showing the trade that happened. 11th pick, Chicago acquired for that they're on the clock for now. So they got. I think she's about to come out, y'all. All right.
To their stable, we send things back to the commissioner for that answer.
With the 11th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Chicago Sky select Haley Van Lith,
Texas Christian University. HVL. Haley Van Lith. So I finished the second part of my bracket toast. Haley Van Lith. Salute to Haley. Haley going to Chicago to play with her ex-LSU teammate, Jalen Suggs, her NBA boyfriend that plays with the Orlando Magic. They just showed him on the camera. We saw him a lot during the tournament as well. So Haley goes to play with Angel again, like they did at LSU. So salute to HVL. So I was wrong about her making it to the second round. She was almost there, but she didn't quite make it. Wow, wow, wow. HVL 5'9" out of TCU. All right, I'm going to have y'all take a listen.
Elementary school across the street so you could work out at 4 a.m. Everyone always says your work ethic is like no one else's. How do you say thank you to your family for pushing you and helping you to get here and be a top draft pick?
She was hooping.
Yeah, I think the biggest way I can say thank you is continue to pursue my dreams. A lot of the reason why I keep going is because I look back at them and they just have poured so much into me that I want to take this dream as far as I can. So shout out to my blue-collar parents who busted their butt every morning and provided for
Haley
our family
from? She got
because
a little,
they built the
Midwestern
foundation of my
accent
game.
on her.
You didn't have to reinvent yourself this year. You had to prove to yourself how good you still were. How did you do that?
Oh, she's from Washington. Why she sound like that?
100%.
That's how they
God
sound in Washington
me
State?
through the lows of my life when I wasn't
she's from
able to get up
Wenatchee.
and
I've never
walk.
heard of that place.
My faith has meant everything.
Y'all from the Pacific
but
Northwest
also
out there.
learning that it's
Where is
okay to
Wenatchee?
embrace who you are and
look
walk
like in
in
the
that
middle of
energy has meant everything this year for me.
Okay, good energy with Courtney Vandersloot. You can learn from her. You're paired back with Angel Reese. There's some good energy you
Okay,
can
I'm
walk
not
into
the
in Chicago,
I'm not
right?
the
Oh,
only
I
one.
love that energy. We're ready.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm like, yo, what is happening? She sounds like she from down south. They talk about the Liberty, and of course, the New York crowd cheered. Wenatchee, Washington. I gotta do my research because I ain't never heard. I mean, I haven't really listened to Haley talk a lot, but that accent was strong, boy. All right, sorry. We on the last pick of the first round, y'all. Last pick of the first round. Why are they talking about the Liberty right now? We don't have no pick right now, but they are talking about us. Stewie, Sab, JJ, Laney Hamilton, who's gonna be out the whole season probably. Now we got Tosh Cloud and Leone Fevich. Man, I can't wait for the season to start. As you can see, I'm ready, man. I got some new gear. Well, not a lot. Got like a pair of shorts coming in. Man, I got my Liberty gear ready for the games this season. All right, the pick is in, y'all.
Podium to the commissioner of the WNBA.
The final pick of the first round is in.
Here's Kathy Engelberg.
What we thinking? What we thinking?
With the 12th pick in the 2025
Serena
WNBA
Sundell.
Draft,
That's
the
me.
Dallas Wings select Isaiah James.
Oh, they went Isaiah
NC
James.
State.
That was wrong. Isaiah James out of NC State. So the two NC State players get drafted in the first round. Sanaya and now Isaiah. Their coaches there. So Isaiah James gets drafted with the final pick in the first round. Isaiah James. So I told you, people were probably thinking like me with Cheyenne Sellers, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So you got Cheyenne, Sundell, Sanaya Rivers, Madison Scott, Pow Pow, and I just added JJ Quinley, so I ain't gonna count her, but those are the people who are left in the room. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them left in the room. Wow, wow, wow. So Isaiah James, 5'10", two-time first team All ACC. Oh, NC State is an ACC. I thought they were SEC. My bad. I should have known that. But listen, I don't watch college ball like that. So they have Paige Beckers and Isaiah James. So they went guards. Yeah, Play Society. I just was reading your content, your comment, Pop Belly. Play Society got some good stuff. Yeah, so dang, first round is over, y'all. First round is over. So if we're looking at the first round, I went 5 for 12. That's a failing grade, I think. I think get the camera off her brother, man. This man over here crying and she got the camera all up in boy's face. Oh, coach about to cry too. So after pick 16, guys, I'm gonna have on the WNBA website, they have the draft board up. I'm gonna just have that I'm gonna have that up as we talk about it, because they're gonna start speeding through these picks. What pick do y'all have next? The next pick the Sparks have is the 9th pick in the second round. Daniel. So y'all have the 21st pick and the 27th pick. So that ends the first round, people. That ends the first round. All right, so let's get second round stuff popping. So the Aces will start off with the first pick of the second round. See some more. Let me get this. All right, y'all. We almost there. We almost there. Moving on nicely. Salute to everybody still hanging around. Salute to all of y'all. Let's get stuff ready for round 2. And then we can keep it pushing like we have right now. All right, cool. RC says I want Sundal to the Aces, but watch you pick Cheyenne. Yeah, the Fever don't pick until they have the 7th and 8th picks in the second round. So in terms of numbers, that is the 19th and the 20th pick for the Indiana Fever. So in this second round, y'all, we have Vegas, Dallas, Minnesota, Chicago, and Golden State as the first 5. I think I could actually show y'all this right now. Let's see if this works. Boom, it does work. So second round, people. This is the second round. This is what we're gonna have: Aces, Dallas, Minnesota, Chicago, Golden State, Atlanta, back-to-back Fever picks, Sparks, Sky, Mystics. Oh, I just clicked on it. My bad. Whoops. Scroll back down. Mystics, Lynx, and then Sun close out the second round. So that's what we got right now. We'll come back to that page after pick 16. If everybody in the player pool gets drafted, we'll no longer be on this page and we'll just go over to that other page there. And I'll still pipe in the audio for y'all. So do not worry one bit. RC says, I don't think it matters who my Fever pick. They probably won't make the roster. Yeah, y'all have a full roster right now. Y'all, same with the Liberty. That's why the Liberty have a full roster. All right, everybody standing up, stretching some legs. They got Dejanay and Paige took a picture together. Isaiah James. Salute to Isaiah James. Hopefully she makes the roster. She is a hooper, though. So Vegas, what do Vegas need, y'all? What do Vegas need? I seen RC, my resident Vegas Aces fan, say Sundell. They have Jewel, they have Jackie, they have Chelsea, they have Asia. They had Cheyenne, but Cheyenne is on maternity leave now. They still have Kia. They got Dana from Chicago, Dana Evans, that is. They still have Kirsten Bell, if you count that for anything. Yeah, what else? I don't know. All right, so we're still waiting on the Aces pick. Everybody's standing up and like stretching now. The first round is over, so we'll see how long they take to get to that the next pick, I should say. Oh,
Kathy Engelbert with the
pick
selection.
is in, y'all. Pick is in.
With the 13th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the
Aces
Las
go.
Vegas Aces select Aaliyah Nye from the University of
Oh.
Alabama.
I do not even have her picture. So Aaliyah Nye out of the University of Alabama. So that's the first player.
Well,
Oh,
you
she's
love
actually
when
in
this
the
happens.
building.
Aaliyah Nye.
Excuse
in
me,
the
but she
crowd today,
was in the
supporting
crowd.
her
So somebody asked who would be
and
the
she
Kate
gets
Martin
selected
person.
with the first pick
She came
of
to
the second
support
round and goes to a team
Sarah Ashley Barker,
with
and she ends
a
up getting
chance
drafted. So
to win
Aaliyah
it. It's just
Nye.
like Vegas picking Kate Martin a season ago.
They've got
wrong
something for
thing.
choosing the players that are in the crowd, and maybe a player that people aren't expecting them to pick. But Aaliyah Nye, let me
they
tell
haven't
you, she is
updated
a
this
special
on their
player,
website
a
yet,
true
but
talent.
Aaliyah
When you
Nye,
talk about someone
6
that
foot
shoots
out of
45% from the
Alabama.
field, but 46%
She could shoot the three, though,
from
it looked
beyond
like.
the
There we
arc.
go.
She
They
made
just updated
multiple
it.
threes
Aaliyah Nye.
per game this season. She can stretch the floor. She can run in transition.
we just
She
gonna rock
sprints
out
to the
on this
corner.
page
Her
from now
ability
on,
to
y'all.
knock down shots
Sorry
adds
to those
another
ladies,
element
but
to this Las Vegas Aces team.
Aaliyah
Broke
Nye
records
has
at
broken the
Alabama
streak
for
for
three-point
players
shooting and a little night-night to go with it.
made
And she brings good size at the 3-4 position, and that's one of
6 foot out of Alabama. Aaliyah Nye. She averaged 12.2 points, 2.5 rebounds on 43% shooting.
You thought that there was a good chance you'd get drafted. You've come prepared
Oh.
with the outfit. Why did you believe so much in yourself in this moment?
I just have a support system. My mom, dad, sisters, coaches, they've all believed in me, and
Shout
they've
out to
given me the
Aaliyah
confidence.
Nye.
So I just
Right
give
out the
thanks to
crowd.
them.
Going
She
to an
figured she would get
organization like
drafted.
Las
It's not like
Vegas
she
that
in
has,
like a bummy fit.
double
She came all
two-time
dressed
champions,
down,
all of
dressed
the great
dressed to
players
the
that you can
nines. Got
surround
that
yourself
got that
with.
stuff on.
What are you the most excited about?
I'm
and
just
you got
ready
the
to
hair
learn
did and everything. Salute
from
to
all the
Aaliyah.
vets there, and just work hard and
She shot 11,
yeah, just
111
All
three-point
right, you
field goals
understood
in
the assignment,
Alabama.
not only in
the
the crowd,
single
getting
season
drafted
record.
tonight too. Thank you.
So you still got Cheyenne Sellers, Serena Sundell, J.J. Quinterly, Sanaya Fagan, Michaela Timpson out of Florida State, and Madison Scott out of Ole Miss. Wings on the clock, y'all. The Wings are on the clock. We are in the second round. Let me just put this up so when people join. Put this up here for y'all so everybody knows what round we're in. So we're in the second round right now. The Aces were had the first pick of the second round. So in 2027, the Wings will be moving to downtown Dallas to a renovated arena, 65,000 square foot practice facility. So it'll be interesting to see Dallas in a few years. The pick is in.
15th pick is in. Back to the podium to the commissioner.
For Dallas.
With the 14th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Dallas Wings select Madison Scott, Ole Miss.
Hey, Madison Scott gets drafted out of Ole Miss. Madison Scott gets drafted. Salute to Madison Scott, 6'2", out of Ole Miss. Her coach, Coach Yo, is there. They were looking for wing depth. That's what Kurt Miller told Rebecca Lobo. And there it is. 6'2" player with 6'5" wingspan. Yeah, no trades tonight. There have been no trades tonight. Madison Scott, it just updated on your screens. Madison Scott. She averaged 11.1 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 2.4 assists on almost 50% shooting last season for Ole Miss. I don't think she's is she a shooter? I don't think so. I know she's a defensive presence. She can get to the basket, shoots that mid-range jump shot. Yeah, I don't think she's a three-point shooter. So Dallas went 2 guards in the first round, and now they have their forward in the second round. Holly be chatting, bro. I'm gonna let y'all hear Madison. Mom breaking down. Mom got the black shades on. She's shaking her head. Con Lanning says these picks coming up where teams build up their roster so they have depth. Yeah, definitely. Especially with next season with everybody being free agents, you want to lock in some good depth pieces. Yeah, that's true. RC, I'm gonna have a stream coming up. I'm gonna have all these players, and like we did last year, we're gonna do what I think the prediction will be at the start of training camp, and then we're gonna do what it looks like at the end of training camp. So be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be coming up. Training camp starts. I'm not sure where training camp starts. Training camp starts probably in a week or two. So we'll be having probably that Monday. We'll probably have that stream. I'm gonna have to take some time to get all the rosters together and stuff on that Excel sheet like I did last time. But as you can see, Minnesota's on the clock. They traded out of the first round. This is their first pick in the WNBA draft. They did win the Commissioner's Cup, unfortunately. They beat my New York Liberty. We had to play at another arena. I'm making excuses. They beat us. It is what it is. But we beat them in the big game. They led the league in 3-point percentage last year, 38%. They were third. The 23 assists per game were third most in WNBA single season history. Of course, Nafisa is the head of the snake, and she won Defensive Player of the Year. And they just, as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, they just added Carly Samuelson, another 3-point shooter. They did lose Cecilia Zandalicini to Golden State in the expansion draft, and they replaced her with Carly Samuelson. So they still have Bridget Carlton. They still have Kayla McBride. They still have Courtney Williams. Still have Fee. Still have Alana Smith. So they're not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. RC says, I think Minnesota going to draft Ray and Marshall. I don't know. 15th pick is in right now, though, y'all.
Olari Kosu from Russia.
Oh, they selected Russian.
So, like you thought,
Anastasia Olari Kosu from Russia. So they went international.
Olari Kosu, really brave of me to say that name twice. Meanwhile, Rebecca,
Anastasia Olari Kosu, 6'1" out of
pick
Russia.
Of this year's draft, and the Chicago Sky back
so
on the
did
clock
she?
Here.
The commissioner didn't even come out to announce it.
Already,
6'1" out of Russia.
11.
So
Drea
no Ray
ability
Marshall. Dang, that means Sundell's still in the building.
Players, they get a chance to develop another.
Who else? Sanaya Fagan
and
still in the
building.
building.
And with the 16th pick, the Chicago Sky selecting Maddie Westfeld from the University of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
So Maddie Westfeld.
Oh, y'all heard that. I still have it open.
Injury.
Maddie Westfeld out of Notre Dame. I didn't even know she was. Like, people were looking at her seriously. That is interesting.
In this draft, athletic playmaking, shot creation.
So we got a Russian at number 3, Anastasia
Kosu,
and then you have Maddie Westbeld out of Notre Dame.
This calm confidence and her willingness to do whatever.
Or as he said, JV, as we saw last year, the third round gonna go quicker than the slice of
really well for Chicago.
Yeah, listen, that's what I told y'all. I was like, they go start just announcing picks. The commissioner not even announcing these picks. It's Ryan from the TV desk. Hilarious.
Shooter from the three-point line brings certainly a need that Chicago has.
They go into commercial now. All right, they just updated it on the screen for y'all. Y'all can see it now. So Anastasia Kosu out of Russia and Maddie Westbeld out of Notre Dame. That's hilarious. So dang, so we still got a few players in the crowd. So no Tahina Papau, she was smart to stay home with her family. But you got Serena Sundell, Cheyenne Sellers, Sanaya Fagan. Let me look at this again. So you got Sundell, Sellers, Fagan, Scott got drafted. So at what number is that? That's number, I'm gonna just put her up here, number 14. And you got Tahina Papau. I don't think JJ Quinterly is there, so I'm gonna keep her off to the side. But you got 4 people that are still in the at the tables waiting to hear their name. So we'll see. This is interesting. Yeah, that's what I said. I guess the medicals were bad on Sellers. People are skeptical. And that, I mean, it is what it is, you know. You can't. It is what it is. Nah, if Sundell falls to the fever, nah. I mean, then where does she play? She can't play. She's not taking Caitlin's spot. She's not a good enough 3-point shooter to take anybody else's spot. I don't know. I honestly don't know where do we go from here. But I'm gonna scroll down as we keep on rolling by the river. If you know, you know. Yeah, people were talking about Tahina Papau like she was this world beater. I'm sorry, but as you see, that South Carolina tax is not working this year. I mean, Camilla was she was a big and she was legit. The year before, Aaliyah Boston, big, legit. Yeah, but this year, like, I looked at that South Carolina team, Dawn saying, yeah, she's a first-round pick. That was just setting her up for failure because I ain't see it. And that's just me being honest. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of South Carolina, but with the games I did watch, I didn't see first-round pick there. And the stats I saw, I didn't see first-round pick. So, listen, it is what it is. Con Landing was good. Says, once the comment pops up on this side. As far as hosting WNBA, I think the draft should be rotated between WNBA cities like they do the NFL with its draft. The last time the WNBA draft was held outside of New York was 2016. I could see why you would say that. But the NFL draft is like a whole 3-day affair sort of thing. But they could. I mean, just like the NBA draft is now at Barclays all the time for the most part. So I think since the offices are here, there's enough here for the players to do outside of basketball, all the media capital of the world of the US and stuff. So I can see both sides, but I understand your point there. Oh, so somebody from the room is getting drafted because the commissioner's coming out. Are they going Sundell? Oh, they're taking Sellers. They're taking Sellers. So Sellers gets drafted by the Golden State Valkyries. 6'2" out of Maryland. I think Cheyenne Sellers just got engaged and all that too. So Cheyenne Sellers out of Maryland. Wow. So Cheyenne Sellers is off the board, people. Last season averaged 14.4 points, 41% from 3, 4.1 assists. I mean, they're going to make sure that knee is good, though. They're going to not rush her at all. She don't got the brace on. Let me stop. That's foul. But she was walking gingerly up them steps. But Cheyenne Sellers gets drafted. Hopefully everything works out in her favor, though. She seems like a really solid player. Only Maryland player with 1,500 points, 500 rebounds, 500 assists. So Golden State has Jayjordantv from Lithuania at the 5th pick, and now with their 2nd pick in the draft, they take Cheyenne Sellers out of Maryland. So you can listen to Cheyenne.
Sometimes waiting is hard. What's it like when you hear your name called finally?
Just a sense of relief and a sense of gratitude. It's special.
Will she make
to
the
be
roster?
Here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Possibly, because I think
Give a big hug to your
might
mom.
not come
You've got
over.
a special tattoo
So
on
I can
your
see her
arm.
making it.
I want to get it right.
I just
Living
seen your
strong,
thing.
fighting long. What has your
about
mother meant to you? I know that you wanted to say
Lucy
something special to
Olsen.
her
Somebody
tonight.
should probably take her in the late
she's
2nd,
my
late
heart
3rd
and
round.
soul. I mean, genuinely, just a fighter. With MS, it shows how important it is to battle. I mean, you
so
either
this is
feel
Cheyenne
sorry for
Sellers
yourself or rise to the occasion.
She's helped teach you to be a strong young lady.
I was foul. I was
You told
foul
me
for- I
earlier
was
this
foul
year
for the
you are a
brace joke.
matchup nightmare.
But
Rebecca
all the
Lobo was
highlights
just
they showed,
detailing
she
how
had the
great you
brace
can
on
be a
just
big
now.
guard
So
in the WNBA,
maybe I'm not
and now
wrong.
you'll get a chance with a franchise that's just getting started. How can you go in and make a name for yourself quickly?
Let me mute this before
I
they
mean,
get me out
just
of
be
here.
me, soak it up.
Dang, Atlanta. Will they go Sundell? I think Atlanta goes Sundell. They don't have, who's the point guard? Oh, they have Jordan Canada. And they have Haley, but I don't think Haley, what's her name? Haley played at Stanford. Haley Jones? Is it Haley Jones? What? Wait, she over here proposing? Or is she about to give, I don't know what's going on. It's all madness over here. The Van Lift gone, bro. Van Lift got chosen, Dan. You missed it. Let me scroll back up for you. Van Lift got chosen, my boy. Van Lift went to Chicago. The priority rule, since technically the priority rule only applies to you if you have like 2 or 3 years of service, Tori. So I think she'll be fine. But that's even if she comes over. I don't know if she's a definite to come over. All right, let's go back to the 2nd round. So Atlanta on the clock now. These are the last couple picks that, if you just joining, last couple picks we just had. No, I'm assuming Atlanta takes Sundell, RC. I'm trying to look at their I was trying to look, they need point guard depth. Sundell fits that bill. That's what I'm going for. Sundell's my final answer. I mean, I liked from what I saw from Sundell, I really liked her. Oh yeah, so it might be Sundell because the commissioner's coming back out, so it's somebody.
25 WNBA Draft, the Atlanta Dream select Tahina Paopao.
Oh,
from
they
the
took
University
Pow
of
Pow. I was
South
wrong.
Carolina.
Thank God I'm not a betting man. So Tahina's out with her family still, and she's in Oceanside, California. I thought
You see the reaction from Tahina.
I just assumed that was
not here tonight.
Assumption on my part.
In
But she's
Oceanside,
with her family
California,
in
because
Oceanside,
of a family
California.
health matter, but surrounded by loved ones.
Oh,
and
it
able
was a
to
family
celebrate.
health
We saw
matter.
Head Coach
So
Dawn Staley
that's why she's over there.
celebrating this moment. What a
So
career for Tahina.
Tahina Pow Pow to the Atlanta Dream. Dang, I don't think Sundell gets chosen though. I don't think Sundell gets chosen by Indiana. Does she go to the Sparks now? I'm trying to look at now where Sundell goes. Chicago? Chicago could still scoop her at 10 if she's still there. Well, the 10th pick in the second round. Wow. Kyle says LA, Vegas, San Fran, Chicago, Atlanta will make great WNBA draft hosts. Possibly. I never heard Tahina Pow speak. I don't know what I expected her to sound like. Oh, she's Samoan. Tahina Pow Pow. They're playing like a little thing on Tahina Pow Pow and how family is very important and things. So Indiana's on the clock for back-to-back picks. Dang, Sundell. I had faith in Sundell. It must be just like awkward just sitting there. I feel bad for her. Hold on. So let me go back to this. So Tahina gets selected. I'm going to just put her up here. She's no longer in the pool. So Cheyenne got selected as well. Oh, they talking to her on the Zoom. I'm saying Zoom, but like video call. So it's just Sanaya Fagan and Serena Sundell. I'm gonna let y'all hear Tahina.
Just love, support, excitement, and we're just ready to open my next chapter. And it was just really fun to spend this time with my family, and it's been nothing but joy and excitement.
You are so proud of your Samoan culture, and you have been so vocal about it, and proud of how your family has poured into you. We see you in your traditional dress tonight. What are you so proud of that you can share with us?
Just we're a family unit. I mean, I'm so blessed to be Samoan, and you know, when you think of Samoan, you think of family, unity, and togetherness,
speaking.
and that's.
Oh, I think they lost her. I think they lost
just ready to bring that culture to,
just came back.
Atlanta.
Junior Seau is her uncle, Megan Faremo, the great UCLA pitcher, Fale Avul that won a national championship at Oklahoma. The whole family's.
So Tahina Pow Pow gets drafted. So the only players left in the room are Sundell and Fagan, which is sort of awkward. Nineteenth pick. Oh, they selected Michaela Timpson, Florida State. First pick of the night for Michaela Timpson. She was beasting for Florida State, blocking everything. Shoot, Sundell and Fagan. We'll see. Michaela Timpson, that's a solid pickup as a backup big for is she really a big? She's 6'2", but she has a long wingspan. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So a picks in Indiana, they have back-to-back picks here but the pick is in.
Hall from the University.
So they took
of
Bree
South
Hall. The
Carolina.
Fever took Bree Hall from South Carolina.
Another great move when it comes to
I don't know if
fit.
she'll
What
make
did
the
they just do
roster,
with
but
Michaela Timpson that we talked about, the defensive energy. What is Bree Hall known for? Her defensive presence at South Carolina.
Wow.
She can also run to the corner and also shoot threes, also space the floor, plays with a motor, has a ton of speed and athleticism.
So
Another great pick for
you
Indiana.
got two South Carolina players
so
taken.
impressed with her leadership that we've seen over the course of her career at South Carolina. And
But
this
the
is a
one that's
player
actually in
over
the
6
building
games
is
in the
still in the
NCAA
building.
tournament, shot over 50% from the three-point line,
Yikes.
showed that she is certainly a weapon from the perimeter.
All right, the 21st pick is in as well. That
21st
one
pick
belongs
is
to the
in.
Los Angeles Sparks. For that selection, we head back to the podium, to the commission.
Oh, we got going back to the podium here.
21st pick in the 2025 WNBA
Sundell,
Draft, the
I'm
Los
assuming.
Angeles Sparks select Sanaya Fagan.
Oh, they
from
take
the
Fagan.
University of South Carolina.
So 3 South Carolina players in the second round get drafted back to back here. Fever take a South Carolina one, and with the 9th pick, Sanaya Fagan gets selected. That means Sundell will fall to Chicago, and I think they will take her. Pop Ellie says everyone wants SC. I get it. They want that culture.
Go tonight, and Sanaya Fagan.
I think
Rebecca,
Sundell will
how many
fall to
times this
Chicago. That's
year
my
we
assumption
talked
here.
about just how impressed we were with
I've
Sanaya
been
Fagan.
trying to push this
Her
Serena
vocal
Sundell
leadership on the floor, the way she improved, her passing
hype
from
train.
the post, and now she has a home in the
But I
WNBA.
think not.
Brian, you and I did a lot
I didn't
of
expect
South
her to fall
Carolina
this far,
games
but
this
she
year,
fell.
and
She
every
fell pretty
time we
far.
watch this young woman play, we would look at one another and say she looks like a pro, and part of that is her size, of course. 6'3",
Sanaya
has
Fagan,
good length, but
6'3",
all of
two-time
those
NCAA
other things,
champion
yes, she can
with
score
South
inside.
Carolina.
She's a terrific high-low
The pick is
passer.
in
She's
for
great
LA.
passing to the other big on the interior. She has range out to 17 feet. She does
6th in the
other
SEC in
things,
blocks
and when
last
you
season,
watch South
1.5
Carolina's
blocks per
practice,
game.
The one voice in terms of player voice that you would hear more than any other was Sanaya Fagan.
And such a strong finish to her season. 11
Wait,
points per
what?
game over the final 11 games. At 64%.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's got
LA
a lot
Sparks
of momentum
select
going into her
Sanaya
professional
Fagan.
career.
And she takes that momentum right to this interview with Holly Rowe.
She's gonna talk
Well,
to
her
Holly
moment-
now.
Games. You came into your own this season for South Carolina, but you had to trust in the process. You told me that it was important for you to trust. Why?
I mean, the Lord just told me to trust. My mama told me to trust. My support system told me to trust. And
Sanaya Fagan.
Coach Staley has been singing your praises
She had
all year.
55
about what a
blocks in her
leader.
first
When
3
we asked
seasons,
who's the most
58
important voice
last
on that
season.
team, it was your
Coach
teammates
Dawn
that
Staley
said
in the
you.
building.
How can you bring that piece of yourself to the WNBA and to the LA Sparks?
She's gonna have to
I mean,
fight
I
to
feel
stay
like
on
it
this
helps me a
roster,
lot.
though.
I feel like it helps me as a player and as a teammate just to be vocal and to tell my teammates what.
And now Sundell, the only one left. The only one left. RC said, I like who the Fever picked, just don't know if they make the roster. Yeah. All right, so they go on a commercial, y'all. Chicago Sky are on the clock. Chicago Sky are on the clock. Nobody saying a word about Sundell. Salute to everybody still hanging around. We're in the second round of the WNBA draft. Let's do a quick recap while we have the time. So I'll go back to the round one. Of course, we knew who it was going to be. Paige Beckers went number 1. Dom Malonga number 2. Sonia Citron out of Notre Dame number 3. Kiki Iriafen out of USC number 4. I got all those right, and this is when the wheels fell off the car. Ustejosite, the international player out of Lithuania, went number 5. Then I went back on the track. I got Georgia Amore at 6 to Washington Wright, and then I was just off the rest of the way. Anissa Morrow 7, Sanaya Rivers 8, Sarah Ashley Barker to LA at 9, Aisha Sivka and Haley Van Lift to Chicago at 10 and 11, and then to close out the first round, 12, Isaiah James to Dallas. Now let's go back to number 2, round 2. Aaliyah Nye came out the crowd for the first player drafted out the crowd this year. Went to the Aces with the 13th pick. Madison Scott, who was in the building, got drafted to Dallas with the 14th pick. Minnesota take a Russian, Anastasia Olari Kosu. With, what's that, 12, 13, 14, 15th pick. Chicago, Maddie Westbell out of Notre Dame with the 16th. Golden State takes Cheyenne Sellers, who was in the building, with the 17th pick. Atlanta takes Tahina Pow Pow, who was invited but was with family in California, with the 18th pick. Michaela Tinson at 19 out of Florida State. Bree Hall out of South Carolina with the 20th. 21st pick, Sanaya Fagan, who was in the building. RC said, Jay, they about to do Nintendo Duck Hunt in this third round, right? Pow! Pow! They about to speed through this shit. They're talking to Paige Becker. She's at the table. It's not enough. They're talking to Paige. I'm unmuted for a bit.
Entire 5 years since then, the ups and downs, the everything, the relationships, the experiences, the bonds that I built. It's just been amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So to be where my feet are
they already announced Chicago's pick. Aisha Coulibaly. So no Serena Sundell. Yikes.
I know you've been a WNBA fan for a long time. What are you most looking forward to on the court?
As you can see there, Aisha Coulibaly. They didn't even say the name. They already announced Washington's pick.
Just competing at an extremely high level.
Holy smokes. They speeding through this now, y'all. So Minnesota takes Delia Daniels, 6'4" out of Washington. It'll pop up on your screens eventually.
And then everybody, honestly, so excited.
You know, Paige, we've talked about your game all season. We all have so much to say about your game. But for the Dallas fans watching, for the W fans watching, how would you describe what you're bringing to the WNBA?
Oh, man.
Just a selfless leader, a person who just wants to win, will do whatever it takes to win.
They're already down to the 12th pick.
Plays with so much heart and passion and so much
Pablo says, if you are in the building, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. That's tough, man.
Paige, obviously,
I think she's the last one left in the green room.
Anticipation about the moment you just had with Connecticut and winning that championship. What has the afterglow been like?
This,
what have these days been like?
They are speeding through this. They up to the 13th pick already. This is moving.
That peak.
They can't even keep up on the website. They into the third round already. Rhea Marshall goes to Connecticut at 13.
Super happy that it even happened and that the whole journey, the relationships, experiences like
Rhea Marshall.
But it's been a whirlwind.
Rhea Marshall did they? See, they going so fast I can't even see.
But man, extremely great.
And it hasn't updated here yet.
Well, Paige, congratulations on a historic collegiate career and now a big night starting your professional life as the #1 overall.
There we go. They finally updated. Lucy Olsen to Washington out of Iowa. Delia Daniels to Minnesota. And Rhea Marshall out of USC to Connecticut.
Chicago Sky at 22. They take Aisha Coulibaly from
So
Texas A&M.
Sundell drops again.
Iowa goes 23 to Washington.
Yeah, they did. You see, Lucy Olsen to
goes
Washington.
To Minnesota at 24. And Rhea Marshall, who had so many impressive moments for USC.
All right, we on to the third round now, y'all. I think Sundell might go to Seattle. They have Seattle on the screen.
So
I think Sundell gets drafted to Seattle.
More picks to come from New York City on
draft
night.
They're going to commercial now. Damn, this is tough.
The WNBA Draft 2025 is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So this is the picks that they really sped through, y'all.
Just do it.
So they went Aisha Coulibaly out of Texas A&M to Chicago. Lucy Olsen going to Washington. Minnesota gets Delia Daniels, not familiar with her game, out of Washington. And Rhea Marshall out of USC goes to Connecticut.
That is good, but I just wanted to make sure my car has coverage.
So that closes out the second round, people.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, they do. Seattle chooses Serena Sundell. Oh, there you go, Serena. Congratulations.
Like a good neighbor,
Serena Sundell. They didn't even. She didn't even get a shout out. They just speeding through it now, y'all. She in the building. They just sent her home, I guess.
Being too connected.
Serena Sundell goes to Seattle as the first round. The first pick in the third round.
I got dressed first this morning.
We're on the third round now. Let me switch this up first.
And that's why with AT&T, if there's a network interruption, we'll fix it fast.
J.J. Quinterly goes to Dallas with the 27th pick. I'm assuming that is. So Serena Sundell to Seattle. Damn, she did all the festivities and got picked in the third round. That's tough. And didn't even get her name called on the broadcast. That's tough.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared.
So J.J. Quinterly out of West Virginia goes to Dallas.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So I don't know if she makes the roster, but she'll have a shot.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Equinox, starting under $30,000, and the all-electric Equinox EV, America's most affordable
all the way
EV
to
with a 315-plus mile range, quality you expect, and a dealer right down the street. With Chevy, you get what you want. Qualified Chevy lessees can get this 2025 Equinox for around $259 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on all 2025 Equinox models when you finance with GM Financial.
To celebrate the 2025 WNBA Draft, the WNBA
going so fast I can't keep up. They drafted somebody else. The Sparks drafted somebody else.
Here in New York
they just
City,
came back to the
members
broadcast.
Of the WNBA family, including Los Angeles
they can't even
Sparks
keep up on
Rakia
Twitter.
Jackson took part in a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the six-school campus.
I'm trying to keep up on Twitter. Let me
students
see.
in a junior MBA and junior WNBA clinic and other wellness programming. Time to get the next pick in this 2025 WNBA Draft. The 26th selection is in, and for that, we go back to the podium to the commissioner, the Seattle Storm selection.
With the 26th pick.
Oh, here we go. They're announcing a pick here.
Storm select Serena Sundell.
Oh, so they put it on
Kansas
tape delay.
State University.
There we go, Serena. Serena Sundell gets chosen. They put it on tape delay, y'all. Like we back in the 90s, they put it on tape delay. They just recorded it and then played it back. I don't know. But Serena Sundell gets picked. She actually gets called. She's hugging her family.
And a place
that's
that needs
hilarious.
A combo guard, and that's what Serena Sundell can be. This is a young woman.
They had
at
already
6'2",
announced it.
Led the nation
on.
in assists
They already
per
had
game
put her
this
name up
past
on
season
ESPN on the
just
ticker,
under 7.5
and then now
assists a
the commissioner
game.
came out
Her
and
coach Jeff
announced
Mitty
it.
said we could play
But
to
congrats
her
to
and we
Serena.
could
She
play
looks great.
through her. With her size, she's very good at getting in the post and posting up smaller guards, and where she is truly remarkable.
She was the
is her
last
ability
player
to
in the room to get
facilitate when
selected.
She does get the ball on the block. This is a young
So
woman
now I
who has
guess
a versatile skill set
everybody
and
else can
certainly
go
brings
home
great
now.
size at that point guard position.
9 double-figure
Played at
assist
K-State.
games
She's a
this
big
season.
guard.
She had an NCAA
She
tournament
looks solid to
game where she
me.
had 19
I guess
points
teams
and
didn't have a need for
14
her.
assists on the
Scored or
road on the
assisted
big
on
stage.
31.8
She's got the mid-range
points
game,
per
but her
game, the
ability,
most
like you said,
in the
Rebecca,
Big
to
12
find
last season.
her teammates. We've already talked about this
6'2" out of
Seattle Storm
Kansas
being one
State.
that has really strong pieces, and they add another one here with Serena Sundell.
If she don't make the roster, Celebrity should
All
take it.
Big 12. Career highs
The
in
26th
scoring and
pick
assists this season, and Serena
in
is
the
with Holly.
WNBA draft goes to Serena
Well, Rebecca
Sundell.
Lobo just said this. It's not when, but where. And this is a great fit for you with your skill set. Tell me what it's like to hear your name called and know you're going to such a great team.
Yeah, I'm just excited, full of
She
gratitude.
averaged 20 points
Excited
and damn near 10 assists.
And for the opportunity that's
20 and
to
10, and you get drafted
Your
third round.
brother had an interesting situation. He's now playing for, I think it's the Seattle Seahawks. So that kind of worked out, right?
I would say so, yes. My parents are thrilled. I'm thrilled. It'll be perfect, yes.
Wow, her brother plays for the Seahawks. She played in Seattle. That would be dope.
Him about how you can go in and make this roster.
Yeah, I think that's just an incredible story. All you need is one opportunity and go make the most of it.
You just got your opportunity tonight. I can't wait to watch you make the most of it.
Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
That's dope, Serena.
Serena Sundell is headed to the Seattle Storm. Meanwhile, earlier in the first round, Rebecca, we saw Georgia Amore, a player who I think we're very excited to see.
Yeah, Serena Sundell. I think she'll make that roster though. Shorty averaged 20 and 10 in the what you call it? They said she averaged 20 and 10. Yo, what 20 and 10? You can't get drafted second round. That's crazy. Yeah, RC. She definitely. I mean, if I was her, I would. 20 and 10. I was a big focal point in bringing Kansas State where they made it to the Sweet 16, Elite 8. Like. But it is what it is, man. She just got to take advantage of that. Take advantage of this opportunity. She should get backup guard minutes, or point guard minutes, I should say. Because Nika Mule coming off the ACL. Lexi Brown not a point guard. Zaya Cook not a point guard. She could get some backup minutes if she really wants to. But shout out to Serena. Shout out to Serena Sundell. So for Seattle, they had a pretty decent draft. Pretty decent draft for the Seattle Storm. Almost called them the Seahawks. Marcy said they ain't got no choice but to let this draft play out. Good thing they ain't have no game coming on next. Right. They would have definitely sped through. Oh, they Leah 2 King goes to the Sparks, and Madison Connor out of TCU gets picked to Seattle. Jeez. That's a solid pick there. She's a sharpshooter. So Leah 2 King out of Notre Dame gets to LA. And Seattle gets Madison Connor from TCU. Dope. Damn. So Seattle calm having a really good draft. Calmly having a good draft. Is updating now. Janelle, salute for the super chat. Or the super sticker. I believe that is. Salute. Appreciate you. Yep. Appreciate you, girl. Thank you. So Leah 2 King out of Notre Dame. And it's funny, they put her position as TBD. That's hilarious. They're talking about Sonia Citron. So as updating now, Madison Connor out of TCU gets picked. The Golden State Valkyries are on the clock. The pick is in. This is the third round if you're just joining. Third round. Oh, they're about to. I guess it's somebody who's in the crowd. Excuse me.
50th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Golden State Valkyries select Caitlin Chen.
Oh, wow. Caitlin Chen, who's just here, gets drafted out the crowd. Oh, wow. Caitlin Chen I thought she wouldn't get drafted, but she ends up getting drafted by the Golden State Valkyries out the crowd with all her teammates here. A big roar. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, Caitlin Chen, point guard out of UConn.
For Caitlin Chen to be drafted earlier in the evening.
5'9" out of UConn.
She has been to the Golden State
Wow, that's
Valkyries
crazy.
At 30th overall.
Caitlin
Just
Chen.
so impressed with the way Caitlin played down the stretch of that NCAA tournament.
The 30th pick in the draft, third round, Caitlin Chen. Wow.
Was not afraid of the big shot, not afraid of the moment. Remember,
Was that where she was? Where was she? She was at Yale and then transferred to
UConn. She was
UConn.
able to lead that team and be their primary playmaker and shot taker. And then at UConn, she was able to fit in with the superstars that she was
Madison
surrounded
Connor.
by,
Yeah, I mean,
play her role,
the Sparks,
make big
they could have
shots
had
in
her,
big
but
moments.
they
That's
went
the thing
with a
about
big
Caitlin Chen is she had
or
so many
whatever she's
pieces
gonna be.
around her. She
So
didn't
Arinette
always have to
Von
take
Lay out
over
of Baylor
offensively, but we
stays in
saw
Texas.
big
She
time
got
performances in
drafted
the NCAA
by
tournament,
the
Ryan. What
Dallas
immediately
Wings.
comes
I
to
think
mind
Dallas
is
just
the
likes
game
big
against
players.
USC when she
They have
dropped
Tierra
15 points in
McCowan.
31
They had
minutes. She was
what's
needed
shorty
in
that
that
got
game
traded
and
now?
able to rise to the occasion for her team.
And what a
traded
beautiful moment. You
to
heard the
Phoenix.
explosion from the crowd
That was
here
on
as
Dallas
Caitlin
last year.
Chen
Somebody
gets
remembers.
picked 30th overall, going to the Golden
Wow, I can't believe I'm blanking on her name right now. Now they draft Arinette Von Lay.
Here in New York
Zay
City
Green out of
for
Alabama,
Caitlin Chen
6'2",
and
goes to the
UConn
Mystics
teammates.
at
Still
that
plenty more picks
32nd
to come.
pick.
One other story we are following tonight,
Why am I
Sedona Prince, who
blanking
has
on the
not
girl's
been
name?
drafted yet, was projected in the second round or
It
better.
was Tierra
An
McCowan
all-conference
and
center,
who else
was
was
a
there?
huge contributor to
Last year.
TCU's
Somebody in
best
the chat
season
write it for me.
ever. Off the court has
I
faced
don't know who
assault
this is.
accusations from 4
Yvonne
women since
Ejim out of
2019.
Gonzaga. I
Has
never watched
denied those
Gonzaga women's
allegations, has
basketball.
not been charged with a crime.
Ivana
Reporting confirms,
Ejim
though,
gets
this is
picked
something that
by
teams were looking at, along with her age
the Indiana
and her
Fever,
injury
I think that
history.
was.
We will be right back.
They talked about Sedona Prince just now. And how she hasn't been charged with anything, but she's still yet to be selected.
Between confidence and arrogance.
I can't believe I'm blanking on this girl.
It's called results.
It was Tierra McCowan and Kalani Brown. There we go. Kalani Brown. And now they have Arinette Von Lay to replace Kalani Brown. That's funny. Or she might be the big of the future. Who knows? But a lot of picks just came in. They're taking a bit to update them though. But the Golden State Valkyries did indeed select Caitlin Chen out of the crowd for Golden State. Thank you, Danny. Dallas selected somebody else. They speeding through this now, and they're not updating the website fast enough. There we go. They finally update Caitlin Chen.
The following footage is offensive.
Update Dallas's now.
Defensive. Extremely confident.
Oh, I still have this open. I'm like, what is playing right now? We're in commercial right now, as you probably just heard. I'm waiting for them to update all these picks, but it looks like Seattle at that 9th pick took Jordan Hobbs, 6'3" out of Michigan. Harmony Turner goes to the Aces at that 35th pick. Taylor Thierry out of Ohio State goes number 11 in the 3rd round, and now we're just waiting on Minnesota and New York. They're finally updating everything. Thank you. Taking forever. I want to see what my Liberty draft. Who my Liberty draft. But you can see the picks here now. Let me sit up for a bit. So, Caitlin Chen, Golden State. Arinette Von Lay to Dallas out of Baylor. Zay Green out of Alabama. So that's the 3rd Alabama player drafted in this draft. And then Harmony Turner goes to Jordan Hobbs out of Michigan goes to Seattle. You got Harmony Turner to the Aces. Taylor Thierry goes to Atlanta out of Ohio State. And now we're just waiting on Minnesota and New York. RC says, I'm a little shocked nobody drafted Madison Hayes from NC State. So Harmony Turner to Aces. I don't know if she makes it. Uh-oh, so it looks like somebody else out the crowd about to get drafted.
With the 37th pick in the 2025 WNBA Draft, the Minnesota Lynx select Aubrey Griffin, University
Dang,
of
so
Connecticut.
UConn just, Aubrey Griffin gets selected by the Minnesota Lynx out the crowd. So UConn racking up players out the crowd to get selected. Aubrey Griffin with the second to last pick in the draft, 6'1" out of UConn. I don't even think she played. Did she play? Oh, she did play a little bit. Yes, she did. That's crazy. So 2 UConn players get drafted in the 3rd round out the crowd. Hopefully Harmony makes the squad though. They take it forever to update the website. She in a all leather fit. Aubrey Griffin. Dang, it's crazy. All the UConn teammates are there. Oh, I didn't even recognize that was Ashlyn Shade. Aubrey Griffin. She did get some minutes in the national championship, in the tournament, I should say, if I remember correctly. Colin says congrats to Caitlin Chen for being drafted to Golden State. Yep. I'm waiting for them to update this, y'all. Finally, they updated. Jeez. So Jordan Hobbs to Seattle, as I mentioned. Harmony Turner to Vegas. Taylor Thierry to Dream. Aubrey Griffin to the Minnesota Lynx.
Khan from France. So Aja Khan is
Damn,
the final
we just
pick.
love our international players. We took
selection
Aja
this
Khan
evening
from France.
To round out the 38
A-D
women who get selected tonight
J-A-K-A-N-E
in
from
this
France.
2025
38th pick, the final pick in the draft.
And you know what that
Aja
means?
Khan.
That means the season is about to start. We
And
kick
guys,
off the WNBA season with a
that is the
doubleheader on
WNBA
ABC.
draft for
1 Eastern.
2025.
And the Aces take on Brianna
Let's
Stewart and
just
the
do a
defending
quick
champion
review
Liberty.
before we get off
Then
stream. Been streaming for
Caitlin
almost
Clark
3.5
and the
hours.
Fever host Angel
A
Reese
couple.
in the Sky.
It started off
Coverage
hot
begins
for
with
me, and then
WNBA
I started
Countdown.
failing. So Paige Becker's number 1, Dominique Malunga number 2, Sonia Citron 3, Kiki Iriafen 4, Yuste Osite 5, Georgia Amor at 6, Connecticut goes 7 and 8, Anissa Morrow, Sanaya Rivers, Ashley Barker with the Sparks, the Sky goes Sivka and Van Lift with 10 and 11, Isaiah James out of NC State with 12. Then the second round, Aaliyah Nye out of Alabama for the Aces, Madison Scott, Anastasia Kosu, Maddie Westbelt to Chicago, Cheyenne Sellers to Golden State, Pow Pow to the Dream, Timpson to the Fever with Bree Hall from South Carolina, Fagan out of South Carolina goes 9 in the second round. Then we started speeding through with Koulibaly to the Sky, Olsen from Iowa goes to the Mystics, Rhea Marshall out of USC, number 13 in the second round. And to close out round 3, we had Sundell goes to Seattle to play with her brother, who plays for the Seahawks. That was a good note there. Quinterly, Sedona did not get drafted, Siren. Sedona did not get drafted. Why didn't Sedona get drafted? That's you got to ask the GMs that. I can't answer you. But you probably have an idea if you think really hard about it. JJ Quinterly out of West Virginia, second pick in the third round, and Leah Tu King out of Notre Dame goes to the Sparks. Madison Connor out of TCU to the Storm. Caitlin Chen out the crowd gets drafted to the Valkyries. Von Lay out of Baylor, another big, goes to Dallas to join Tierra McCowan. Zay Green to Mystics. Jim to the Fever. Jordan Hobbs out of Michigan to Seattle. Harmony Turner out of Harvard goes to the Aces. Taylor Thierry out of Ohio State to the Dream. Aubrey Griffin out the crowd goes to the Lynx, and we take a French player to Liberty, Aja Kane. Yeah, I'm not sold on Sedona. Yeah, that's why I said we probably won't even get into why she wasn't selected. And she injury prone, and she a little older. So I can move everybody up here now. Everybody who was in the pool got drafted. Salute to everybody for hanging around, and I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for everybody on the Twitch gang. Salute to y'all. I will be back probably the day training camp starts to analyze the rosters and who I think will and will not make the team. It'll be very interactive. We did it last year. So make sure y'all are tapped in there. Also, follow the highlights channel. It's in the pinned comment on YouTube. I think it's towards the top of the chat on Twitch. I'll post it again so everybody has a look. Some players, if you're not familiar with them, who did really well in the tournament. Let me post this on Twitch for the Twitch gang right quick. Twitch. That's the highlights channel there. Make sure you follow that. I will also covering some current WNBA players who are still overseas playing, like Bree Jones from that Now the Atlanta Dream. She just won like EuroLeague MVP for the final game. I gotta edit that video, probably tomorrow. But that's it for me. As you can see, in the first round, I went 5 for 12. Not good, but it could have been better. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you're satisfied with who your team drafted or didn't draft. But listen, the WNBA season is about a month away, and I'm super excited for it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's Jay Jordan. I'm out. Salute.